everybody! Hope y'all are having a great start to your week. I really missed you guys when I had to call off on Saturday because I was too tired, but I had a really refreshing weekend and I hope you guys did too, and now ready to jump back into some new horizons. By the way, something that happened on the starting soon screen that I didn't get to thank properly for being on the starting soon screen, Helly! Thank you so much for that 6-month resub. That's like half a year, and that's just such a crazy long time, and you've got your new sub badge. Just wanted to thank you so much for that. Oh, no news to share today, but let's give this week our all. Oh, and hi Peachy, hi Holly Dolly, hi Devon, and Pika, and Therapy. Hi Mercy. Got some new mail. Oh yeah, it's just like the Nook shopping stuff. I think my pockets are full though, so I'm not even gonna try. I think my pockets are full. Something that I just did offline was I actually didn't play Sunday, so real quick while the starting soon screen was going, I got started in moving in Eric on Sunday, like Sunday in my game. Because I have this thing going where I'm going to have Eric move in on a certain date and kick Keaton out on a certain date, and then I'm going to give Keaton to someone in the community. So I'll finally get maybe my final villager in the form of Eric. So that's pretty exciting. I have to say, like, Eric's house though, like, he's one of those villagers that I'm picking partly out of a desire to have like all the personalities in town, because I'm not even sure what to do with his house. His house is like a log cabin and I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna put it, so we'll have to see how that works. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Oh, and thank you guys. I'm glad y'all didn't mind me taking a little bit of relaxing time over the weekend. So I'm gonna put away some more of this, I don't know, I've got like a lot of like landscaping stuff in my pockets, which is all well and good if you're landscaping, but then like anytime we try to do anything else, it's just like a bunch of clutter, so I'm gonna do a few dailies, maybe even work on just cleaning up the town a little bit, see if I can get perfect town status, because I'm at 4 stars right now, so I feel like any time that I just pick stuff up off the ground, maybe I could get 5 stars. Who knows? Worth a shot. But how was you all's weekend? Did you all do anything fun, or do anything special in your towns? That rainbow horn on the ruby emote's perfect. Yeah, it does really work well for that one. Another one that used to always work well was like Phyllis with the shades. I'm not sure if that one's still around. Don't have access to online services right now? Oh, is that because she moved back to your college, Mercy? That's a bummer. Oh, and hi Pikmin, and hi Titch. Eric will be such a cutie. Yeah, I do think he is a cute neighbor. Nonetheless cute for being quite popular, you know? And I should probably check my turnip prices. What if I'm like really hoping like one of these days I'll get like a really big spike and actually be able to help the community instead of just always leeching off of everyone else's turnip prices. Like, when is my day in the sun gonna come? Oh, not today. 97 bells. Oh, I got a pink cute bed at my shop. Do I already have that one? Should probably look. Oh, and hi Ginger. And thank you, Titch. I admit there is one thing about my appearance that's kind of getting me down a little. Like, I don't really know what to do with my hair. I feel like I should get it cut. But I don't know whether I should get my bangs cut short again or not, or if I should just, like, grow them out. Because if I grow them out, then I'll just have, like, normal hair with no bangs. But I do wonder if the bangs kind of suit me, though. So I'm just, like, really... I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hair and when I should go get a haircut. 4 stars. Yeah, I'm really excited about it because that means I'm really close to 5 and getting my own Jacob's ladders and my own DIY recipe for like the golden watering can. Oh, so the Wi-Fi where you're at is weird, Mercy? Yeah, I've heard that like a lot of dorm Wi-Fi kind of stinks. What is that Melba rainbow emote? So, gonna check the shops for things today. I think bangs do suit you, and if you do cut them and don't let it'll grow out again. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, hair will always just continue to grow, but I almost feel like right now is like a weirdly critical point because this is probably the longest they've ever been almost, and so if I did want to continue to grow them out, now's the time. So we checked Nooks, didn't see anything too much of notice. Let me go check the Able sisters. You think either way could suit me, Mercy? Aw, thank you. Oh, thank you, Helly. Alright, so let's see what the clothing is today. Oh! Do I have like Taylor tickets in my pockets? I don't even... I actually think I remember the occasion. Last Friday I did island visits, and there was this one island I visited that let me pick like a grab bag, essentially, like a random item. And the random item was actually the Taylor tickets, and I think this was in Rachel's town. So that's so funny to me that like I happen to still have those in my pockets. This is such a weird little hat. I don't know what to make of this. It just reminds me of a certain emoji. It doesn't really remind me of ice cream. Oh yeah, that's good, Pikmin. You did your daughter's hair yesterday, Helly? How was that? Is it difficult to cut someone else's hair? Yeah, so I've been a little bit picky lately at like Nooks and the Able sisters. Like I pretty much, if I don't see like a use for something, I don't really go out of my way to buy it. But I guess my catalog ambitions just aren't the biggest at the moment. I'm not like trying to pick up every little thing ever. But maybe while my pockets are nice and empty, we can go and scan in Eric. Get day 2 of moving in Eric to town, because he might have me craft something and then I'll have to fill my pockets with materials and stuff. And I wonder what sort of decorating I can get up to today, or I should probably go and do that like wedding minigame thing. Just to get more of that wedding furniture. And then afterwards, hopefully we can get some cozy decorating done. Oh, you cut 6 inches off? Wow, that must be nerve-wracking. Alright, so let's invite Eric to the campsite. Hope he gives me something easy to craft. Yesterday, he gave me a brand new DIY, which honestly was really surprising for me. That's kind of rare for me these days. I rarely get a new DIY anymore, but I appreciate Eric giving it to me. It was something kind of weird. It was like a sauna heater. I had probably never heard of or seen it before in all my, you know, looking around Animal Crossing town so far, but yeah, that's what Eric requested me yesterday, was like a sauna heater. So let me sort by order obtained so I can show it to you. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with what this is. I guess I haven't gone in a lot of saunas. Like, that's one thing I have not done in my lifetime. Should I put it on a bucket list to go to a sauna? Just popping in here to ask if you're aware of the Twitch problems right now. Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that. To be honest, I was kind of curious and I was asking in Discord. My very first notice that there might be Twitch problems at the moment were the fact that I couldn't use my own emotes, which was really bizarre. I mean, my first thought wasn't technical difficulties. My first thought was, oh no, do I have to subscribe to myself? Do I have to give myself $4.99 a month now? Is this a change in policy? And then like I talked about it in Discord and a few people were letting me know that Twitch is having issues, but maybe I'll try to stream a little bit anyway because I have missed everyone and missed streaming. I did take kind of the weekend off, so we'll see how it goes. It can be a humble little cozy stream, just doing little bits here and there. So much for a humble stream. We got crazy red, guys. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Let's do a little prayer circle for some good art. Whew. Aw, Titch. Thank you. Store policy, only one art piece per customer per day. Well, unlucky for you, or lucky for you, whatever you think. I do have 3 characters. Oh, Peachy, thank you so much for that generous cheer, that generous red cheer. I guess this is his stock today. I'm not even mad. There isn't a statue, but I mean, hey, it's still cool to see all this art. Let me see if this one's real, because this one's really easy to figure out if it's real or fake. All you have to do is like zoom in on it a bit and look for like a coffee stain, and if there's a coffee stain on it, that means it's fake. Okay, so this one's real. Probably means I should get that one. But the one next to it, I can't remember if it's real or fake. I'm not sure if I should try to be smart and try to judge this stuff off of my own knowledge of art history or just buy 3 that I want. I do already have Las Meninas hanging up in the museum, so that makes me wonder if I should go ahead and pick these 2 up. Oh, you have a red 2 therapy? Yeah, he comes so rarely. I'm so excited every time I see him. And there is a little bit of a temptation, I don't know if you guys know, which, you know, some of you might, but there is this temptation of, like, you could potentially, like, take advantage of the dates that red comes by, say, I move on to tomorrow, and then set the date back to today, then, like, red will actually still be there with, like, a new stock. So, I've only tried that trick once. But we'll see if I feel tempted to do that trick again. It is kind of cheating. It is a little cheaty. I was lurking and you gasped and I thought you had 5 stars. Yeah, that would be another big deal for me, but something tells me that even though I'm at 4, maybe like I'm just barely a 4. I feel like I shouldn't be close to 5 with how barren my town is, but maybe we can give it a shot. That's part of why I've been trying to clean things up a little bit. Oh, you're gonna look them up for me, Therapy? Oh, hi Jenico. Hope you're having a great day too. Can we buy more than 1 piece a day from Red? You can if you have more than 1 character. So you see, I kind of have this new character right here. Her name is Suldrun, and I just created her, as you can tell by the tint. And I have, of course, Glenwood, and then I have one other character named Melanchthie. So I have 3 characters in total. I really look forward to when I have like 4 characters, because once I have 4, then I think I'll just pretty much buy out Red every time he comes. Not even look at guides anymore. Oh, and enjoy your lurk, Pika. Thanks for hanging out. You made a new character and added 2 ramps. I've missed some things. Yeah, that's the sort of like big progress that happens in my town, Mercy. Like 2 ramps? What? Amy did some infrastructure instead of just fumbling around. Missed 3 streams last week. Yeah, well, I hope you had a wonderful time hanging out with your boyfriend, Mercy. If you have more than one character, I did this for the models. Oh yeah, so it also comes in handy with other special visitors. I admit I mostly do it for Red, like I don't really hustle out my side characters every time Sahara comes by or whatever, but yeah, there are a few different ways that having more than one character comes in handy. It also comes in handy with the bottle mail. You can get more than one bottle mail a day. Yeah, let's gather up some fossils, and I think I forgot to go see Eric. I think the whole point of me wandering away from like the town hall was because of Eric, but then like I got distracted by seeing Red. So I should probably go circle back and see what Eric wants. I use 2 of my characters to buy and then get my daughter or son to come and buy. Yeah, I do have like another copy of the game, so that's another way that I can sort of help myself out. It is kind of a hassle though, I admit, like having to do the whole Wi-Fi thing, those loading screens. Caught the terraforming bug this weekend. I've started to redo and edit one part of my island. It's at the stage where it looks barren as I don't have the flowers I want yet. Forgot about the pain of terraforming areas. Yeah. It's especially painful to try to terraform something that's already been landscaped, I think, because then you have to tear down all the flowers and everything. Okay, so Eric wants a music stand. I still have really fond but also really embarrassed memories of my very first time like ever doing a terraforming project on stream, and it was actually this secret garden over here that's like near the campsite, and I remember like thinking that I could just jump in and start terraforming, but then I had to tear down like all the land that was here before, and it probably took me like hours just to clear the land, and it was such like a bumbling little stream. But yeah, this was probably my first big terraforming project right here. Oh, and hi DJ, welcome in. I've been doing pretty good. Pretty in good spirits right now. I hope everyone else is weathering everything okay. Maybe I should stop by and visit some visitors or visit some neighbors. Moved my first villager house to where I want it. So happy. Oh, congrats, Mercy. It's really exciting to start to move stuff off the beach. It's really, really satisfying to do that because, like, every building you move off the beach to somewhere that you want to put it. It's just, like, a little bit closer to that dream town, you know? Welcome to my humble abode, hey okay? I'm kind of low-key picky about my chairs. Mainly they've got to look cute. The trendier the better, and if they're comfy, that's totes a bonus. I don't think her chairs look that comfy. I think she's going more for aesthetics than comfort. Oh, she's giving me a ribboned garden hat to go with my outfit. I wonder what that'll look like. Alright, let's try this on. Oh, that does kind of match. Wow, these villagers are so thoughtful. You had Red yesterday and he was only selling fake artwork, Jenico? That's such a bummer. I don't really feel like that should be allowed. I think he should always have at least one real. Wanted to keep my villagers where they are on the first level, but wanted to make the others more interesting. Oh yeah, I am a little curious about how my levels of town are going to end up working because I know that I'm getting awful close to the incline limit as it is. Ooh, Chipper's crafting. So maybe like there will be quite a few areas in my town that are actually kind of flat but maybe just have aesthetic cliffs. And the main area that's going to have inclines are like the secret garden, the entrance, and then the peasant village. And then everything else is just going to be aesthetic cliffs and flat ground. Okay, so this is another Jeep for me. Hit me up if you want a rustic stone wall, I guess. Oh, all the rest are fake therapy? Really? Oh, bummer. I hate that this game is teasing me of a villager I'd like camping on my island, and I have a full amount of villagers. Oh, I think you can maybe kick someone out though, DJ, but you might not get a super big opportunity to like pick who you want to kick out though. I think that's how it works anyways. Oh, and hi Roni, hope you're doing good. Standard umbrella stand. I already have that too. Alright. Racking up the dupes today. Rasher gave me a hat to go with my outfit today. It was that bull skull hat. Totally didn't go with my outfit, but I laughed. Yeah, well this is the second time it's happened to me, and the second time it has kind of matched my outfit, so part of me wonders if there is some sort of AI involved, like maybe the game kind of knows some combos or knows some genres of outfits, because this is the second time in a row that they've actually given me something that kind of matches. But Melba's in her workout clothes. Why is she in her workout clothes? Oh, I love your boots. Foot fashion is so cool. What kind of book would you want to have with you on a deserted island? I was hoping fantasy book would be one of the options. Why would you want to take a business book? Maybe I'll say mystery and then just assume that it could be like a mystery fantasy. There are so many mystery books set on deserted islands after all. How exhilarating would it be to read a mystery about a deserted island on a deserted island? And by exhilarating, I mean terrifying. Aw, sweet Melba. Oh, thank you, Roni. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well today. Just happy to be streaming again and playing Animal Crossing and chatting with you all. And hey, Shivi. How are you today, Shivi? Welcome in. I will say though, going back to that topic of like villagers that you finally moved off the beach, like I almost forget to check on Chevra sometimes because she's like one of the only villagers I actually kind of moved into their spot, so sometimes it doesn't occur to me that I need to like wander up this incline to go visit Chevra, that she's not parked up on the beach like everyone else is. I will say one effect of having just left her house the way it is for so long is that I'm having fewer and fewer doubts about it. I used to not feel certain about the area around her house, but it has grown on me and I wonder if I should just keep it. I like being independent, but there are things I think are more important to do if you're living on your own. It's always good to eat healthy, but it also helps to have a lot of budget-friendly recipes. Please, Judy, I don't want to play a game, just move here. Oh, is Judy your camper, DJ? Oh, shout out to Pikmin in chat. Chevra's talking about you. Oh, you're going villager hunting, Shivi? Good luck. It seems like an exciting time when you all go villager hunting and get lots of tickets and go island hopping. I almost feel like a little bit like I'm missing out on some sort of key experience that's within the game just because I use so many of the amiibo cards instead. But yeah, I wonder what materials the music stand uses. Do you think it's just regular wood? I guess I'll check in a minute, but I need to craft a music stand for Eric. Are you gonna carry on building the castle? Oh, good question, Holly. I admit the castle, like, I'm a little stuck on just temporarily in the sense that I feel like I started to place it too close to the edge. Like, I feel like it's like too close to like this beachy stuff. And to me, spacing and placement is really important, and I think I should go with my gut and try to figure out where I should move the castle. But yeah, it's definitely like pretty high on my priorities that I need to figure out where I'm gonna put the castle and get working on it again. I do think it's a fun area. I also need to make the patterns that are gonna match the silos. I'm doing really good, Shivi. Thank you so much for asking. Shevra is a cutie. Oh, a few of your villagers mentioned me, Pika. Ooh, good luck with those 113 tickets. That's quite impressive. When I look at my Nook Miles, I feel like I have a lot, but I wonder how far it would really take me if I went on Nookazon or something, because I actually don't do these goals a lot every day. Maybe I'm bad for not really doing them, but I mean, grow fruit trees, capture a memory. I guess that one should be pretty easy. Maybe I should go and take a picture somewhere. But yeah, I don't find myself often doing those like little goals. Flurry's really comfortable here. I'm sweating just sitting here. Yeah, I guess it is getting hotter and hotter lately. Oh, and hi Teru, how are you today? How is winter over in your town? Went villager hunting yesterday and after Anka moved out, and I found Dobie. Oh, Dobie's a cutie. He's another good one. Well, I'll tell you what I also have in addition to needing to craft that music stand. Like, I have a whole bunch of fossils, guys. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. How did I get this many fossils? I have some on the ground here, I have some in my pockets. Like, I just have so many fossils. And I'm wondering if I should save them for my side town, because my side town actually still has the sandstone looking museum, and I need to get it upgraded so I can get like crazy red and stuff. So I wonder if part of what's holding me back from the museum upgrade is the fact that maybe I haven't donated enough to Sidaloon's museum. So I'm thinking maybe I should start like saving my fossils for my side town. Oh, you made a lot off of Nookazon and selling Dom. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of Nookazon hustling. Sell them if you have all the fossils? Yeah, that's what I would definitely normally do, but I do have an additional town that would definitely put these fossils to use in its exhibit and possibly get me that museum upgrade. I don't know, I might have to look at what the requirements for the museum upgrade are, because it's still at the Sandstone Museum and I haven't gotten crazy red in that town yet. Oh, they updated the way Twitch looks, Mercy? I wonder if they're doing some work on it. By the way, I did plan on doing like kind of a one sort of different stream this week. On Wednesday I kind of want to try my hand at like a pattern making stream, and it's kind of an attempt on my part to finally start making progress on doing some of the paths that I want to for this town. It's just that it's so hard to find time otherwise. What if I force it into my stream schedule by adding an additional stream day on Wednesday, and that can be my big pixel day. But yeah, only go if you want to. You definitely don't have to come out to watch me pixel and stuff, but it's just going to be like an extra stream day a week, and I'll still stream my other 4 days a week for just regular gameplay. but I do want to do some pixeling on Wednesdays now. Ah, gosh, I was gonna drop these, but I guess I was just literally like 2 seconds ago talking about checking up on my perfect town status, so maybe I should put them in my storage for now. Winter's going well. Having winter coincide with real winter has made me dress my characters appropriately for the first time. Just feels too cold to see my character run around in a thin dress. Yeah, that's really cool that it's having that effect on you, Teru. Teru's in the southern hemisphere, so for the very first time after being like a really long time Animal Crossing fan, Teru can finally play like in a season that actually matches her real life. Does it get very cold in Australia, Teru, though? Like, does it get as cold there as it does, like, I don't know. I guess that's a stupid question. I'm sure it does get cold there. Alright, so putting away some more stuff so that I can maybe craft that music stand for Eric and also check on my perfect town status. Pattern making sounds lovely. Oh, thank you, Titch. I'll have to see if I can figure out a way to set up other fun things, like, I wonder if song requests are possible to, like, listen to music other than the in-game music to make it a little bit more lively, but that would be something technical to have to learn. Can't see other streamers that I follow. Yeah, this is so weird, like, I mean, I feel like this is a relatively normal stream, but like, apparently there are some issues with Twitch right now, so it might not be a totally normal stream. We're trying our best, though. And Coffin Fruit, thank you for the host. I'm just looking for my music stand DIY. There it is. Oh. Do you all ever do this too? Like, you kind of make a guess over whether it's regular wood or hardwood, and then you guess wrong. I do this all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some regular wood out. And then it's hardwood. I found Gale for a second time. Aw, Gale's a cutie. You might not believe it or might surprise you, but I was really, really tempted to move in Gale to Athalia. Like, she was kind of one of the runners-up for my town because I think her house exterior is possibly, like, my favorite in the game. Ah, Alochi! Thank you so much for the raid. We've come to haunt you. The ghost house is coming to raid the Forest fam. Thank you so much, Alochi. I hope you all had a lovely stream. What did you all get up to? Alright, so I think I can craft this music stand now that I have the appropriate wood. Oh, so it doesn't get quite as cold in Australia compared to here. Cold day would be like max 14 degrees Celsius, which is like 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Really, Teru, is that true? Man, maybe I should move to Australia. That sounds awesome. A cold day for you is 57 degrees Fahrenheit? I don't know, I'm kind of jealous. Yeah, it does get kind of cold and, like, I live in North Carolina. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe it's not smart for me to say that, but in North Carolina it gets both, like, really cold in winter and really hot in summer, and I don't really like it. It's like, it's too much of, like, both sides. Like, give me some middle ground, or give me, like, a hotter summer and a warmer winter. Oh, thank you, Mercy. I hope it can be a cozy time, like kind of a mixture of a just chatting stream and a pattern making stream. Twitch is being twitchy. Oh, it is? Yeah, I've kind of heard about that. I mean, so far I've had a relatively normal experience this stream with like people chatting and me streaming, but I don't really have access to my own emotes, and apparently there were some people that couldn't make it because like maybe there's something wrong with Twitch, so we're trying our best. But yeah, if anyone in my chat doesn't know Alochi, you should definitely drop her a follow. I really admire Alochi a lot. A long time like variety streamer that's also doing some really amazing stuff in Animal Crossing and creating a themed kind of spooky town with a backstory. I got an original thing made on my trip to Athalia. Will you take this as thanks? A sleeveless parka. Working on my island myself? Ah, cool, Yuki Goomba. It is really cozy. There's not much cozier than like working on your island while like watching a Twitch stream about New Horizons, and you can all just chat together about what you're up to. So let's see what this sleeveless parka is. Oh, okay. I don't really like that. Back to the frugal dress. But yeah, I guess day 2 with Eric is a success, and so Eric will be on his way in tomorrow, which is kind of exciting, and Keaton will be on his way out. Let me go say like a few words to Keaton since he's probably on his final day right now. Or tomorrow will be his final day. I'm desperately trying to make my island nicer today. I started a new island a couple days ago. So far so good. Right now I'm just searching Nookazon for some street lamps and a chessboard. Oh, good luck, Coffin Fruit. That sounds so intimidating to start with a brand new island, but at the same time really exciting to have a fresh start. I wish you good luck with it. On lazy days like this, sometimes I just fall asleep. It doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing. So, Keaton's having a lazy day here. Ooh, gosh, that emotion always freaks me out. But yeah, I guess Keaton has like a bit of a parking lot in his house. Keaton lives in a parking lot. I admired your town of Suldrun and all your designs for a while, so when I heard you knew of my town, I was really surprised. Yeah, I remember seeing just like how my town, Suldrun, has a video tour on YouTube by Misha Crossing. Also, Alochi has a tour by Misha Crossing on YouTube, so that's kind of how I discovered it. I was really, really impressed by it. Oh, and good night, Titch. Enjoy your lurk as you're starting to doze off. It was really nice to chat with you and hear about your terraforming plans and everything. I hope you have a wonderful night. So I ordered a bunch of cypress plants, and part of the reason why I have all these is because, you know, they're gonna be kind of like illusionistic for our castle that we're building in the back. And basically, like, I plan to use the cypress trees to get around the fact that you can't plant trees super well along the cliffs. So you can like put cypress trees along the cliffs though, so that those will like kind of help dress up the cliffs in a way and make it look more foresty and overgrown. I'm not crazy about the fact that the pots will show though. That's something that's kind of bugging me a little bit, that the pots will show unless I put bushes in front of each and every one of them. R.I.P. to his beach house in New Leaf. Oh, did they change Keaton's house too? These Animal Crossing creators don't realize that stuff like that can kind of bum us out, those of us that get attached to our villager homes. Like, I'm still a little bit sad that they took away Melba's sweets theme, essentially. Like, Melba used to have a sweets theme to go with her Melba toast. Peaches Melba, there's like a lot of desserts named after Melba, but they got rid of those. not having access to paths stinks. Oh, well, hopefully you'll be able to unlock that soon, Coffin Fruit. Sure, it won't be too long. Kid Cat and Pashmina, that's a wonderful starting group though. I really like that lineup. I've always been really fond of Kid Cat. Alright, so I wonder... I don't know, this is all so hard. This is gonna take a lot of trial and error. I just don't know, like, in theory, I like the idea of putting a lot of cypress plants along the cliff, and that way it helps dress up the cliffs and make it look more foresty, but then in actuality, does it look a little too, like, potted plant-esque? You know, you can see the pots. Actually, now that I say that, I mean, from far away I can't see the pots, so maybe it does its job as far as, like, once you're far away from the castle and then you pan up, you don't see the pots at all. So I guess that works out. But I do plan on kind of moving the castle anyways, so I'm probably not going to go too cypress plant crazy tonight. I plan on moving the castle this way a little bit. I love the balance of your paths with the dark greenery. Oh, thank you, Alochi. I've actually been kind of daydreaming about like kind of a Citaloon remake sort of town, and I wonder if I kind of remade Citaloon and New Horizons, if I would just choose to make it moon themed. I don't know how that would go because on one hand, Citaloon was a very iconic sun and moon themed town. Like it wasn't just moon themed, but I do wonder if I could make the most use of like all 50 pattern slots if I made like every single pattern slot filled with like the moon mosaics and stuff and just had fun covering the whole town and like moon mosaics. And I know a lot of people are doing moon themes in New Horizons though, like moon themes in general are pretty popular, but I feel like the fact that I would be doing moon mosaics would help mine not just be like everyone else's. Alright, so let's go check my town rating just out of curiosity. I'm trying to figure out a way to redo a Zen garden. I've done it about 3 times and I'm trying to figure out how to make it more natural. Yeah, that can be so tough. I'm glad you can kind of relate in a way actually, because I have to do things a lot of times too in order to get it right. I had to do my entrance like probably around 5 times before I was happy with it, and had to do a lot of trial and error with my museum area too. Everything just takes a lot of like time and trial and error for me. Oh, and hi Amy! Yeah, it has been some time. I'm happy to see that you're back being active and out and about though, and it's good to see you, Amy. Hope you're doing well. Oh, right now Athalia has a 4-star rating. And I'll speed through the feedback a little bit because I've been checking this a lot lately. So I still need some more scenery. She didn't say anything about items on the ground though, so I feel like the fact that I went to the trouble to pick up a lot of items on the ground, it did kind of help in my rating. I wonder if I just spammed fences and just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I might be able to get 5 stars that way. Going for a gothic type theme. Oh, that sounds cool. Athalia, by the way, I guess I should mention what Athalia is going for. Athalia is like a fantasy world building island, so this right here is kind of its own city. Like, you'll notice that this area is like a little bit different than some of the other areas in town, and so this is the city that's kind of at the entrance, and there's gonna be like several villager homes here, a character home here, the museum is up here, and then other areas are going to be completely different, like that area back there where I was building the castle, and there's going to be like kind of a magical forest area. It's just kind of be a fantasy town. Very fitting for having characters like Sterling walking around. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna go and get this Reese and Cyrus mini game thing out of the way. I am trying to get as much wedding furniture as I can. There could be moon items everywhere. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see how I would use like all the new Celeste items, like the crescent moon chair and the moon and everything. I know that they're such popular items, but you can still try to come up with your own creative way to use the items. Do you have any gray or dark items that could go in a house? Because I'm making a Harry Potter themed island with gothic items. I guess something that comes to my mind is the gothic mirror. Maybe that could be like the mirror of Erised or something, I don't know. But yeah, I would probably have to brainstorm for like a Harry Potter island. Oh, and hi Peanut. How are you today? How's it going? You got every wedding item, Pikmin? Congrats! I'm actually like trying to still figure out which wedding items I want to redeem. I know that there's probably some wedding items I might want a lot of, you know, like I might want a lot of the hanging plants, might want a lot of certain sorts of things. But I should probably start to make a list of that in the not too distant future, because I think it only lasts through June, right? Oh crap, I always forget to talk to Harvey first. I just wander in here expecting to see Reese and Cyrus. And then I'm met with this like little rough draft of a cozy living room that I made a long time ago. I still kind of like it. I didn't really end up doing this for my main room though, but I still kind of like it. Gothic mirror is so small though. Yeah, it is. They need to have like a bigger version of that. A full-length gothic mirror. Wouldn't it be perfect for like something like Maleficent? Alright, let's do it. Let's do these anniversary photos. Get them out of the way. You've been slacking with the wedding, Peanut? Yeah, I have at times, but I try my best to remember as much as I can because I am interested in these items. Don't want to be nookazoning all this stuff later. So she wants like kind of the green and yellow and brown stuff. I wonder if just for the sake of getting to some more interesting things later, like decorating my actual town, maybe I should just keep it pretty simple. I kind of know the sort of thing that they're going for. They probably just want all of these things customized to like brown and yellow. Yeah, maybe I'll just do like the garden customizations and kind of spam it everywhere. You get more hearts the more you use their furniture. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that you can go wild actually creating your own like really heartfelt, beautiful room just for them that you put a lot of thought and effort into, and then I could actually get like less crystals than if you had just spammed their items everywhere. Which is a bit of a shame, but to me it's almost a reflection of just the game's like AI, that it just can't be that smart. I always felt the same way about the HRA, like you can pour so much love and thought into your room and just like create the most perfect room ever, in your opinion, and then the HRA like might just be like, why do you have stuff on the ground, or why is this pointing this way? Why doesn't your stuff match? So Reese and Cyrus are kind of doing the HRA approach. So I kind of, in a way, like I feel like I've already done this prompt before. I can kind of show you guys the prompt that I did before, which I actually did do something a little bit out of the ordinary. Like I didn't just spam all their items. I did some of like the fairy furniture and things, but that probably didn't even get me the max amount of points, so just gonna try to make them happy this time. I just spam their furniture every time. After doing perfection 4 times, I'm done trying for them. Yeah, that's the thing, is I remember how cute it felt like the very first day, and then I did really put a lot of effort and love into it. But this is quite a long event to be putting a whole lot of effort every day. Quite a lot of effort for that. Since I'm streaming it though, I feel like I should at least place things in like a symmetrical way, but definitely very little thought going into this. I feel like symmetry is just like the easiest thing in the world. Like, that's actually part of why I'm trying to not do quite as much symmetry in Athalia and trying to come up with other ways to like do terraforming and do placements and stuff, because it's just, to me it's almost mindless to just like put something on one side and then put it on the other. It's just so easy. But at the same time, that's sometimes what looks the most elegant and official, so there's nothing wrong with that either. Alright, so maybe we can put the cakes on top of the tables. Oh, so you're offering some heart crystals, Denico? That's really sweet of you. Only if you're sure, and if you don't need to sell them on Nookazon instead, because you could probably get good stuff for this furniture in a few months. Or I assume so. I don't know. I haven't really fully figured out how like all this Animal Crossing economy type stuff works. Alright, so just to make sure they're extra happy with the room, gonna try to use as much as the furniture as I can, even if it might not make a whole lot of sense. Like, to me, if you're gonna make a wedding room, you should either make it like the reception hall where you eat, or you should make it the room where the wedding takes place. Like, and in this case, I'm almost combining both. Like, I've got the eating stuff on one side, and then I've got like the wedding stuff on the other. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense, but we're not trying to make sense for this room. Alright, let's hang a lot of those plants. I think that'll work too, to just spam these. The organ is one of the most beautiful items from the event, along with the candles and all the flowery things. Yeah, I agree. Those are sort of my favorites too, is the hanging plants, the candle, and I do really like the organ. I've even seen so many people do cool things like with the organ to like imitate architecture, which is really fascinating to see. I really enjoyed seeing that element of New Horizons like take shape, the fact that you can use so many things that aren't meant to be buildings as kind of like illusionistic imitations of buildings. Like, you can't have a cathedral in your game, but you can try to create a cathedral by turning organs backwards, and you can't have a castle in the game, but you can use silos to kind of create castle towers. I think it's so cool. But at the same time, I do feel like they should bring back castles, because we have them in New Leaf. I don't know why they would take them away. I think they need to bring those back for us. Do you reckon the wedding and museum events will come back once a year? Oh, that's a good point, Teru. I actually didn't think of that. I guess that would make a lot of sense now that you say it. I can't imagine doing this every year. Next year I'll probably just like sit out. But yeah, that is a good question. That makes me wonder if they could add new items every year too, to kind of like spice it up a little bit. Alright, so I'm just gonna make 2 of these mush logs and put the candles on top, and then I think that'll be my room. Not trying to razzle dazzle. Alright, so let's put Reese here, Cyrus here. Oh, Oh dang, and I have to move my character as well. By the way, Teru, have you been continuing to put a lot of effort into this event? Because I follow some of Teru's like picture taking, and she's actually like doing some really gorgeous rooms for Reese and Cyrus, like really genuinely going like all out and doing them justice and doing them proud. I don't think I brought enough crystals. I keep kind of forgetting to bring my crystals here. There's probably one of these days I just need to spam and buy as much as I can. Alright, so let's take a picture. Just keep it nice and simple. If you spam a bunch of the flower things on the walls, it'll still look pretty and you'll get all the points. Tend to put 3 on every wall. Oh yeah, I think I was a little behind in chat, Dark9. That's what I ended up doing. People are so creative. Oh yeah, like with the turning items around to like create illusions, and yeah, that stuff is so impressive. And what's kind of cool about it too is like in general, like whenever people come up with stuff like that, like it doesn't end up being just one person who does it. We all just kind of like draw inspiration from each other. And I was reluctant to create like a castle in my town made out of silos because I thought it might be too much like copying, but then I saw so many other people use silos in similar ways that it kind of made me start to feel less bad about it and just be like, oh, it's just a game, let's have fun. Build a castle out of silos. No one's gonna come and sue you for that, especially if you try to make your own, you know, and you don't copy it exactly, but you try to make your own castle. Make your own patterns for it and everything. The only way I'd do the wedding event every year is if they had different items I liked. Yeah, I mean, it is tempting for me because I'm especially fond of a lot of the wedding items, so I might be like a little tempted to get more next year, but I hope they continue to add more items. You haven't done it in a bit. Yeah, that's a common thing. I notice whenever I stream myself doing this, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I haven't been doing this lately. Oh, you won one of Judy's games? But she's asking for Bam to move out? Oh, that's a bummer, DJ. Do you happen to have Bam's amiibo or anything like that? But yeah, I think someone in chat once pointed out that you could try to win over Judy a bunch of times and that eventually she will maybe pick someone that you're good with moving out. You made it till about day 11, Teru, and now I paintball the flowers onto the walls. Still putting chairs and things the right way. Yeah, I admit, I've definitely had my days where I haven't even done that. Like, I've totally been guilty of the just spam stuff everywhere. Look at this work of art, guys. Look at that amount of care put into that room. You can tell which ones are the ones I did for stream. Like, I did this for stream. Did this for stream. Oh yeah, that was another one I did off stream, I think, and I just spammed stuff everywhere. My favorite one, though, was the very first one I did. I really liked this first one. I thought it was very dreamy and ethereal. I was actually kind of happy with that one. But it's too much work to keep doing that forever. And hi Jay, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day too. Let me see if I could grow some more of these green mums. Go with the festive Melba emotes. Alright, so here's the green mum, and then I'm gonna water those to hopefully get some more. And then maybe we could get on our decorating project. I wonder which area of Athalia I should kind of work on landscaping. Perhaps not the castle quite yet, because I'm still kind of like trying to figure out exactly where I want to put it. I wonder if like a prime candidate is just continuing to work on like Suldrun's area. In fact, it's been hard for me to find time to like finish up Suldrun's like intro into the game, like where she pays off her first loan with that 5,000 Nook Mile loan thing, so maybe sometime I should go ahead and do that, because she's still in the tent and I haven't been able to start paying off her loan yet. Oh, you're gonna say goodbye to Bam for now and get Judy? I think that's a good choice. You seemed excited about Judy, I think. And you can always find Bam perhaps on like an island or something like that. Doesn't mean it's gone to Bam forever. So I'm gonna create one of those little like curved edges paths. Oh, Bam was your first villager? Oh, that's so sad. But at the same time, totally valid. I had to let go of Genji, my first jock, and I was kind of sad about it. I got really attached to Genji, actually. He was one of my favorites, but decided to go with Sterling for my end-game jock, and I think it was a good decision for my town. Oh yeah, and that's a good point Pika's making about the updated house, like the fact that it's such a bummer that they won't have their OG house. I still get excited every time I see Crazy Red over there. Like, I'm just not used to seeing him in town, and I know like I've already kind of picked his wares, but like I'm still excited to have him in town. He's such a rarity. You lost one of your Joy-Cons, Jay? I kind of relate to that. I lost this like little black thing that connects my Joy-Cons for like a solid like multiple days, and finally I found it today. I had to do 2 streams without this little connector to make the Joy-Cons a controller. It was kind of painful. My pockets are full of like random clothes. That tends to happen when you're like talking to your villagers, because it's like your favorite thing that villagers will give you is clothes. I should probably sort through my inventory yet again. That's how I feel about Dom. He was my starter, but he's gone to a good home, and I made him a shrine with his photo. Oh, that's sweet that you even went to the trouble to make him a shrine. I think one of my old community members actually took Genji from me, so technically I could have gone to like visit Genji, but I actually haven't yet, but I hope that Genji is still out there having a good time. Didn't know that there were tiers to villagers. Yeah, well, I remember tiers back in like the New Leaf days. It was kind of a big deal that like if you were gonna do trading for villagers on the Beltree forums, like there were different tiers of villagers, and the top tier was villagers like Meringue and Julian and Marshall. But yeah, I guess the top tiers for this game are probably more like Raymond at the very top, and probably Dom and Judy and all them. Ran all over the house to look for it, but it was just under the couch I usually sit on. Oh. Lily's asking to move out and I don't know what to do. Oh, Lily is so sweet. I guess I would be tempted to keep Lily, especially if she goes with your theme, but if you were looking to get someone new in your town, then I would value that as well and say goodbye to Lily. And I'm going to dump some of these white flowers over here because I actually don't plan to have... I kind of want to have mostly like blue and purple flowers in this spot and kind of a pleasant mixture of like maybe other pops of color too, like maybe even like yellow and green. The white windflowers to me aren't even fully white, they kind of look more purpley. All Therapy is saying, keep Lily. Yeah, Lily is actually Therapy Crossing's favorite, I remember that. I have Lily as a permanent, she's the only frog I like. Oh, what about Puddles? I love Puddles too. Oh, and hi Sailor Venus, how are you today? How's your Monday going? Welcome to stream, we're just having cozy Monday vibes, working on maybe some landscaping, see what we get up to. My pockets are really dragging me down though. I should really just like sort them out in like a really extreme way. Like take practically everything out, including all the recipe dupes. If you want, I can look up who is S tier number 1. I don't think we need to look that up, DJ. It's probably Raymond, right? Raymond's probably ranked number 1. Most valuable. Alright, let's see what this present is. Hope it's a summer DIY. Oh, it is! It's a shell wand! That's exciting. That's the nice thing about these seasonal DIYs, is sometimes I have been complaining a little lately that I get so many duplicates, but at least the seasonal ones give you the chance to be guaranteed like more new things like every season. Like even as the months go on, we'll continue to get more and more DIYs in our collections, but then autumn's gonna hit, and then autumn will have a whole slew of DIYs to get with all the mushroom stuff, so it's nice to know that we still have things to look forward to in New Horizons, even if our DIYs are getting kind of full. So I guess now that I know that I'm still at 4 stars, might as well clutter up the floor a little bit more with these DIYs. Time for work? Oh, thank you, Tara, for stopping by. It's really nice of you to stop by on your morning. She must not be quite as hectic of a morning person as I am, where I'm like rushing to throw my clothes on and just like barely squeaking by to work. You must be kind of organized about it. I hope you have a great day, Teru. Oh, and hi Lenore, welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Or at least I hope you're coping well with everything. Oh, Raymond's actually ranked S tier number 2. I wonder if his stock has gone down a little bit. Do you think Raymond, there's like enough people that are like thinking he's overrated now, that like now Raymond's not as big of a deal anymore? Doing pretty good, a little tired but enjoying my day off. That's a shame to be tired on your day off. It happens to me a lot though. Sometimes I find that maybe just because like I'm recovering on my day off from like a really hectic work week, I'm almost like more tired on my day off than I am just a regular day at work. It's such a weird feeling and very unfortunate because you want to like feel nice and energetic on your day off and not tired. Oh my gosh. What is all this stuff? Why do I have no-show socks in my pockets? Why do I have a desert princess outfit? I blame my villagers. Oh my gosh, I have basketball shorts? I really have to see these. Oh, that's great. I'm a longtime basketball player and I actually still actively own a ton of basketball shorts. And I will straight up wear them exercising too. Like I like to run as my little exercise activity. And I'll totally run around in basketball shorts even though it's not stylish. I know like running around in probably like yoga pants or leggings or some sort of workout outfit would like be more fashionable to run in, but I have a ton of basketball shorts so I use them. I'm really tired of this garden. one of these days I really need to just pluck all these up. They're too colorful. I don't know if today's that day though, because that would take a lot of time to dig all this up. I have a splinter and I don't know how. Oh, therapy. I hope you are able to get that sorted out. I have splinters sometimes at work because I work with pallets a lot. So sometimes I'll get random splinters. Oh, it's Marshall who's #1? Interesting. Marshall was the #1 in New Leaf. I thought it would have definitely been Raymond in New Horizons. Oh, Dinico, you just sent me the heart crystals? Oh, well that didn't work. Let's try this again. Also, this is your character. This is from Dinico sending me some heart crystals. Thank you so much, Dinico. I'll definitely put them to good use. I need to make a nice list of like exactly how much of the stuff that I want from all the wedding furniture. And Pikmin, thank you for the KK song. Been kind of a stressful day. So nice to come here and chill with everyone. Oh, Lenore, I'm glad that you're able to chill out for a little bit. But yeah, I've read about your stressful day over in Discord, and it sounds like such a bummer. Oh, and hi, Peter. How are you today? You could have best friends come over to help shovel those flowers up. Yeah, that's a good idea. I do have quite the hefty best friends list, which I don't really want anyone to take like the best friend versus regular friend thing personal at all. Like a lot of my best friend stuff just came about because of flower trades and stuff. But yeah, that would be a nice idea to get some help with it since it's so tedious. Even though I started to pluck a few, I don't even know if I want to continue doing it. Yeah, I was playing Wild World yesterday because it's kind of my goal to catch up in my Wild World towns up to the present, because I think it would be so dynamic to have my acorn points reward where you pick the next town that I play in, and then like actually load up Daftily, and it would be Daftily today, like June 15th, 2020. And that's kind of the goal that I'm trying to work towards, is to catch up in my side towns to the present. Oh, and speaking of which, Pika's redeeming those. Oh, cool. Right now, Daftily isn't caught up to the present. It's in Cherry Blossom Festival. And Suncomb is still in autumn, but I did work on a new town flag for it. I definitely want to record like a YouTube video of Suncomb because I put a lot of effort into those paths, and like a ton of effort into those paths last autumn, and I finally finished them all, and I've never uploaded Suncomb to YouTube. Daftily's been on YouTube lots of times. So I look forward to doing that, recording a little tour of Suncomb now that I have the town flag. I turned my gym into a small wedding room. I now need 8 of the wedding decorations to complete the room. Ah, cool. I think we still have time. You can order 8 of the wedding items per day, actually, as long as you have the crystals. Oh, thank you, Peter. I'm doing really well. I'm in really good spirits. Feel so, like, refreshed after, I guess, just the weekend off. And I also asked my boss if I could start coming in at 5 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. because I was getting really tired of those 4 a.m. shifts, and he seemed cool with it. So now I have, like, an extra hour of sleep, basically. Oh my gosh, let's just sell all these clothes. All these flowers. I guess technically I could have asked the community if they wanted any of these common flowers, but I feel like we're at a point in a lot of our towns where I don't know if many of my followers and community members really need like common flowers. It was definitely like a trade popular early on in the game. I'm not sure if it's a thing anymore. Oh, Pika and Pikmin both redeemed it. Thank you, Mercy. I actually For some reason I thought it was the same person. Their usernames are actually kind of a similar amount of like characters or letters, so I thought it was the same person to redeem them both. Oh, thank you, Peanut. Yeah, Suncombs, I'm pretty proud of myself for finally finishing a town that wasn't like my main one. Like Daffodilly was my main Wild World town, and Suldrun was my main New Leaf town, and I'm so happy that I managed to finish a second town after all these years. Oh, look at me actually organizing my pockets for once. What is this madness? And I wonder what sorts of things I should withdraw from my dressers. Maybe some bushes and hedges. Yeah, I think you made the right call, DJ. You can always find Bam again. And now you can spend the rest of your evening relaxing instead of trying to do like a Judy minigame like a million times. That sounds like such a hassle. I know some people have done it though. Like if they have a campsite villager and the campsite villager's being difficult, they'll just try to move them in like a whole bunch of times, and eventually they'll pick someone to move out that you're okay with. But that also sounds like a big hassle and kind of stressful. I don't blame you for not going that route. Alright, so there is this one area of town I plan on using the stone fences, and just like looking at my fence collection, I don't have any. I have the iron one and I have the hedges. I don't have the stone fence. And looking at my stone stacks, it's not exactly beefy. I wonder how this is gonna go. I wonder how many fences I can make and if it'll totally like wipe my stone dry. Suncomb's your favorite, Helly? Out of all my towns or just like my Wild World towns, really? That extra hour is huge, especially that early in the morning. Yeah, I think so too. I think it'll be really big for just, I don't know, my health in general, my ability to not be so tired for stream. I think it'll help a lot. You're done with flowers as of right now, Pika? Congrats! I guess maybe as the seasons change, you might find other flowers to make. I'm really dreadfully curious, like, how it's gonna go with me working my butt off on Athalia right now in summertime, and what's it gonna look like in autumn, you know? That palette change can just change everything, like green to like orange. Like, how is my town gonna look? I have no idea. I feel like ever since we got Leaf and most of us have the shop upgraded, all the different flower types are a lot easier to come by. Yeah, that's true. And I also remember just how mystified a lot of us were back when the game was new and we were like missing flowers at our shops. Because in past games they didn't do that weird thing where you have like flowers that are more rare at your shops. So I remember just being like talking with my community members like, roses never show up for me, and finally we kind of know all the answers about that. And Leaf can help us out with the rare flowers. Moving these houses can be the death of my bank account. Oh, that reminds me, Mercy. I need to get back in the stock market one of these days. I still haven't. Part of me is just wondering if I want to be a little cheaty and the next time I get a big spike in my town, like just kind of exploit the fact that I have a second town to time travel to Sunday, which I know that's super, super cheaty, but I don't have a lot of shame when it comes to grinding for bells in this game. Aw, Jay, you can craft me some stone fences? You don't have to. It's nice of you, though. Oh wow, you have stone fence you don't plan on using? Well, definitely don't feel pressured or anything, but now that I know that I'm so low on stone, I feel like I should go and break some rocks. Or not break rocks, but you know what I mean. Suncomb's your favorite out of my Wild World towns. Love the autumn colors. Aw. Oh, is Twitch acting a little better, Hallie? I wonder if I have my emotes back or if they're still gone. Oh yeah, I'm still locked out of my emotes for now. That was super weird at first. I never had mums or roses in my shop at the beginning. Yeah, for me it was roses and lilies, and there was actually quite a few that didn't show up at my shops at all, but fortunately, like with the fact that I'm a streamer and like part of my streams that I did were like island hopping and like going to other people's islands, like I would always like stalk other people's nooks crannies at the beginning of the game for flowers, and so that was something that really helped me out. Lilies and mums didn't show up for you. Yeah. Well, if any of you need pansies, feel free to hit me up. Those are my native flowers, but I'm not a big pansy fan. I'm a bit of a pansy hater. I first heard of your towns when I saw Misha Crossing make a video visiting Suldrun using the Dream Suite. Then I came across your new Leaf stream and realized you created it and all the QR codes. Oh, that's cool. It's always nice to kind of find out how people found you. I do think Suldrun is like a big part of my online presence in a way. Like it amazes me that there are people that still even scan those old QR codes into their New Horizons game, which is really flattering and makes me happy every time I see it. Oh, and hi Carly! Welcome in. Twitch is working for you now. That's great. Pansies have never been your fave either, Mercy. I used to love them in Wild World. I think since we're going to be visiting Wild World later because of the Pick the Next Town we play in a reward, I can show y'all how gorgeous the pansies are in Wild World compared to this game. Mums are really pretty. Yeah, I admit, like, I'm still kind of getting used to the flowers in this game. Like, I got so attached to the way flowers looked in New Leaf that, to me, like, sometimes I'm still getting used to certain things. Like, I feel like the pink roses are, like, really, really vibrant. And, I feel like the roses, like, are kind of interestingly, like, very elegant now, and I kind of like that, but at the same time, I guess what I'm just getting at is that I'm still getting used to the flowers, and overall, like, haven't done a lot of super fancy arrangements yet, but I hope I get used to them over time. Sorry my town is so, messy. I like to just drop things that I might use for landscaping, like in my bulldoze land, so I'm so sorry whenever I have to walk through an area like that. Wow, you sent me stone fences? Thank you so much, Pika. You totally didn't have to do all that. I really appreciate you, though. That's gonna save me, like, a lot of stacks of stone. Oh, Honey Crossing! Beth, I'm so glad that you were able to come in. I did see over in Discord that you were having trouble connecting with Twitch. I'm so glad that it finally worked for you. You don't like cosmos either, Lenore? For me, cosmos look a lot like wildflowers. They look kind of like daisies, so I kind of appreciate the fact that if you're trying to make an area look like a whimsical little flowery clearing or something, I feel like cosmos are one of the ways to go. Similar to how if you want to make a really elegant looking garden, roses are the way to go, so I feel like there's some uses for cosmos. And thank you so much for the fences, Pika. About to go get them now. Oh, and Jay sent something too. A Force One wave. That's adorable. I remember being so bummed, but only slightly bummed, just a little bit bummed that why did they make my prefix for my emotes a Force 1? Why couldn't it just be a forest wave? Like, it had to be a Force 1 wave. Yeah, the blue roses are really taking off, aren't they, Mercy? It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so I've got my stone fences. This area is going to be kind of hard and we'll have to see how it goes, but I kind of wanted to create like a dilapidated old sort of style garden where it's like everything's beaten down and kind of ruined, and I was going to use like stone fences to try to like imitate that, but I have no idea what I'm doing. It's probably going to be one of those things that's going to take a lot of trial and error. Kind of tempted to bulldoze my island and start from scratch. Oh, why, Shivi? Are you having misgivings with it at all? I miss the purple roses from New Leaf. The color just doesn't seem right in this game. I agree. I mean, I can respect the fact that they went for a wine color, because I guess that's kind of unique. But, like, they should give us different shades of purples if they're going to be that out there with some of the variations. Like, if you're going to give us a wine-colored purple flower, like, give us a more regular looking wooden flower too, or not wooden flower, purple flower. But yeah, I got really used to like how the flowers looked in New Leaf, and I think it might actually, in a weird way, take me some adjusting to get used to how they look in New Horizons. Oh, you did all that stone fencing for nothing, Pika? I wonder how many of us do stuff like that, because I definitely have some fencing that I don't use a lot in my dressers. One of the ones that I don't use a lot is actually the hedges, because like I made so many hedges for like this hedge maze that I did once on stream, and I haven't really had to use hedges quite as much as I had to do for that hedge maze. Alright, so another area that I'm gonna have to do is the village of Glenwood. Gleneth is gonna live in like a peasant village called Glenwood, and it's gonna be just south of this secret garden, so I need to start like building up that area because it's gonna be where Glenwood connects with the secret garden, and might also give me more space for that dilapidated garden leading up to the incline. Gotta move these lilies first though. How did these lilies get here? My childhood house had cosmos outside, so I like that they're my native flower. Oh, that is just next level special, Jess. That makes me so happy just to read that your childhood house that had cosmos is now like a reflection of your native flower. Don't think I have a single pansy or windflower in my town. Oh. I was reading this thread that was kind of hating on pansies on Twitter, and there were so many responses that said, oh, but windflowers are the worst. And I was like, what? I guess I kind of like the windflowers personally. I think they're cute. But practically every flower in the game has its share of like haters and people that don't like it. The one flower I don't see a lot of hate for is actually the hyacinths. I think a lot of people are a fan of the hyacinths. Maybe someone else has the a forest prefix. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jay, that maybe someone out there also has a forest. That seems so random, though. Anything exciting? Not too much, Ginger. We did the event with Reese and Cyrus again because we're trying to grind for that wedding furniture, but and now I'm moving on to see if I can do a bit of terraforming. As always, when I start to do one of these projects, very intimidated, but better pick up that hammer and just start doing it. Almost had the same feeling to bulldoze. Almost did it too, but decided to update sections. Yeah, that's another way to go about it. Instead of bulldozing the whole thing, just kind of maybe bulldoze and work on one section at a time. Not a fan of the lilies in this game. I think New Leaf had much prettier lilies. I admit I'm kind of like mind with that heli, but at the same time I don't hate the lilies in this game. It's more just the fact that I think that they looked a little bit nicer in New Leaf. Plus, I used to always use lilies in combination with violets, and that was almost like one of the flower combos that like made Suldrun, I think, like, it was almost the way that I landscaped Suldrun in general was just like lilies and violets, and it's a little hard for me going to New Horizons and not having any violets, and the lilies look different, and I don't know, a little bit mix of emotions there. Just started growing purple windflowers, and I think they're cool. Yeah, purple windflowers are a really nice like plum purple, aren't they? You love the windflowers too, Sailor Venus? Yeah, I like them as well. Don't really like mums, and they're my native. Yeah, well, I think mums are cute, but they're kind of a casual looking flower. I definitely recommend mums if you're trying to make an area look more casual and woodsy, and in particular, mums are considered an autumn flower, so think about like bringing out your mums in autumn. I don't tend to trust the opinions of those who immediately point out the worst of everything. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little exhausting reading like New Horizons opinions online of like the stuff everything like talks about and dismisses and everything. You have to kind of take opinions with a grain of salt. Windflowers and hyacinths are your natives, Pika. I think that's a really good combo. I think it's tradition that sometimes some of us get a little tired of our native flower because that's like all we see at first. But I'm really partial to hyacinths in particular. And hey Kimma, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. We're doing some terraforming. I hate how slow it is just to kind of like build up an area. Like, let me build up like more than just a single square at once, please. Cosmos and tulips are yours. Yeah, mine were pansies, and then the other one that I got a fair amount actually was hyacinths, which helped me out a lot in the beginning of the game when I was trying to stock up on flowers. You find tulips boring now, Alochi? I admit I don't have a lot of uses for tulips in my town because I feel like tulips are great when you're going for like a cozy aesthetic, like when you're trying to create like the Shire or trying to create the Netherlands or something like that, and Athalia just isn't that. Athalia is a fantasy world building town. I think I'm going to make a lot of use of like the hyacinths and the roses and that sort of thing. Alright, so I think essentially what I want to do is I want to make this thick enough to start to work with and play with. And so I'll have to keep expanding outwards for that. Oh, getting distracted by balloon presents as usual. And picking up stuff that I didn't mean to as usual. I'm not a big fan of the tulips. They're cute by the houses, but I don't have them all around town. Yeah, they're very kind of cozy flowers, so they work well around houses and if you're going for like a Netherlands vibe. Wow, 10 grand out of that balloon present. I'm glad I shot that down. I was complaining about getting distracted, but that was worth it. Lilies are my native, but I wish they came in blue. They're pretty cool, but don't really match my town's color palette, so I only use them a little bit. Yeah, lilies definitely are far from being my least favorite, but I do kind of miss how they looked in New Leaf a bit. Thought they looked so pretty in that game. Whoa, that sounds bad. Beth, I hope you're able to close your windows fast enough. It was pretty rainy for me too. It's kind of a rainy day here where I live. Oh yeah, I remember your Dutch tulip field with the wind turbine. Chibi. Don't you wish that they could bring back that the windmill from New Leaf? The windmill was so good. Why'd they get rid of it? We still have the lighthouse. We need the corresponding windmill to go with our lighthouse. Oh well. I guess one thing that's kind of nice about taking a break from my entrance and working on this area a little bit is I might actually be able to like move Glyneth's house one of these days, because Glyneth is gonna kind of go back here near like all this near this area. I wonder where her house is gonna end up exactly. I really wish there were blue lilies too. They would look so pretty. Yeah, maybe we should look up blue lilies later to see if they exist in real life, because I agree that they'd be pretty. There used to be blue violets, which lilies and violets look so similar that, like, in my opinion, you could kind of mix and match them really well and kind of use a blue violets to sort of be blue lilies. But why did they get rid of the violets? I'd love a windmill. I think it would go really well with the tulips. Yeah, they need to bring that back. Thunderstorms, very cozy. Yeah, I think so too. I'm a little sad that our rain seems to have stopped for the day. The Jabranin, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm sorry if I butchered your username. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much for that sub and support. Really means a lot, and I hope you enjoy the cute Animal Crossing emotes we have. Welcome to the Forest fam. Thank you so much. How are you doing today? Thank you all so much for that hype and love and chat, for that brand new sub. Cheers, love watching your stream. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much. I love having you all here and talking to you too. It really brightens my day. Which sometimes makes me even more bummed whenever I have to like call out like I did last Saturday, but sometimes you're just too tired to stream. But I'm feeling so refreshed today. Oh man, sometimes I mean to actually expand a cliff outwards, and then instead of expanding a cliff outwards, I literally like cut down the cliff. Like, I do the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. Oh, that's good. I'm also doing really well. Just left Filbert on an island. Oh, Filbert. Have you all heard like the pink Filbert meme? I don't know, some people like to call Peanut like the pink Filbert. I think Filbert's a cutie. I've never really had him before, like in a massive way. Oh, blue lilies do exist. Therapy did the research for us. Good night, Dark and I. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Alright, so I wonder if I've started to expand this wide enough. Maybe I should start rounding out the corners and hop up there and see if I made it wide enough. Because I don't want to take up too much space with this little area. Because it's a big town, but I'm going to run out of space quick. How many of you in chat feel like you've started to like run out of space for things that you want to do? I'm a little curious to like gauge like how common of an experience that is, to where you like want to add more things to your town but you don't have the room for it. Because I know some people earlier on, they were amazed at how big the town was, but I guess once you start decorating it, you can run out of space quick. Aw. I don't have a shovel anymore. I do have a slingshot though, still. Gonna mow the lawn before it gets dark. Hope you all have a cozy time. Yeah, definitely. Alochi, thank you so much for bringing your community over and hanging out with us, and I really appreciate the raid, and oh man, that gives me nostalgia. I haven't had to mow a lawn in a long time, but yeah, I remember that feeling of like procrastinating mowing the lawn until it gets too dark. You have a nice time doing that, Alochi, and have a great night. I feel like I'm totally out of space, hence why I'm thinking of resetting. Yeah, it must be an interesting feeling, because you must feel like pretty happy with some of the stuff you've done, and yet like some of the stuff that you've done that you're happy with is also preventing you from adding more stuff that you would also be happy with. Must be kind of confusing to deal with. I'm kind of like tempted just to like go over this as an idea. Like I want to show you all the areas that I plan on having and talk them over, and then maybe you all can tell me if you think that I'm gonna run out of space. Just might be a fun little break to like go over all the plans for Athalia, just like a master plan, and you all can tell me if you think I have room for it all. Alright, so I'm gonna turn on the screen that will let me switch over to the display capture. Alright, so Athalia, some of these folders are for characters, but some of them are for places, and one of the places is going to be like the dragon themed location that's going to have dragons, and it's going to have a castle. And that's going to be in one corner of town. Another area of town is going to be kind of like a little bit witchy, and I was thinking of maybe even doing one of those island things where like the river curves in a circle around the house. And that's going to be like the sorceress house. So, you know, very spooky witchy vibes, like might even name her Circe after that Greek witch or whatever, and so she's gonna have kind of a sorceress area in her town, in her part of town. There's like the big entrance area, which y'all have seen that I've started to do the entrance area. You've seen this spot in town. I want to make like a magical fair using like these stalls and things, and like have like a magical sort of stall booth, so that the Goblin Fair, I want to have one character be like a tavern owner. So even in addition to like the princess character and Glenwood and everything, there's going to be one character that's going to have like kind of a tavern, and that's this character. I want to have a fairy she. So like in the middle of like a fairy forest, I want to have a fairy she. I want to, in general, like the fairy she is going to be in like a fantasy forest sort of vibe. And what else? Oh yeah, I've got to have room for like the shops. I plan on having a nice peasant area near the shops where I'm going to have like the barrels. Oh, the secret garden area, which I've actually already started to work on. And yeah, I don't know, do y'all think that that's doable, all those different spots in town? Anyone else find the waterfalls way too loud? I've definitely heard that a lot. You're not alone in that at all. Jovia, like, I've heard that quite a bit, and maybe they'll get around to, like, creating some sort of mixer or something, but I almost kind of doubt it, but maybe they could one day. Oh, and hi Trial Orc, missed you come in. Hope you're doing good. No, and hi Zenrin. Hi Future. Oh, Aw, Beth, thank you so much. I watch your town tours on Fridays and some people seem to have loads of space compared to me. Yeah, that's always the illusion, isn't it, Helly? The feeling that other people have like more room than you, but it's a little bit, I mean, we all technically have the same size town, don't we? I also want an update on furniture, really hope we can get some more sets in the future. Yeah, that would be really smart of them to expand on the furniture catalog. I do feel like some people have remarked that it's kind of lacking, and I don't really disagree with them. I really want Greek columns. Come on, they gave us ice columns. Why did they take away the Greek ones? Oh, and hi, Theo. My beaches are super small and my waterfall takes up a huge amount of space and has too many cliffs. Yeah, the waterfalls and the cliffs can take up a lot of space. That's really valid, Lenore. It's something that I've run into a lot when I'm landscaping. It's like, should I do a waterfall or not? Because the waterfall will take up more space and cliffs in general take up more space, but sometimes it's worth it to help like set off an area. Imagine having your island this planned out. Oh, are you talking about all my little folders? Oh, thank you, Amy. That took me like a whole couple days really to like lay everything out. I thought it would come in a lot of handy when I'm like doing these different areas to like really know what I'm doing with them. Alright, so I'm trying to do my dilapidated little like fallen stone ruins, like fallen stone garden thing, and I'm not exactly sure how to go about it. Should I do the paths first or the stone fencing first? And if I do the paths, maybe occasionally I should have them connect, and then occasionally have them like break off into single stepping stones. Like they shouldn't just all be like connected, but they shouldn't all be separate either. Fall can't get here soon enough. I want all the tree bounty and mushroom stuff to really finish out my vision. Yeah, you can trade for that stuff if you want to, but I've definitely seen a lot of people take the approach of, you know, I don't want to burn myself out, I want to take my time with it and get this stuff when it is actually fall in my game, which I think is a really good way to go about it. To really appreciate that stuff when it's autumn in your own hemisphere. You think that I could pull off all the different areas? Yeah, I hope so. There's a few areas that might take up a lot of space, like especially if I plan on doing the sorceress with like a island around it, like basically like a river circle around that house. That might take up a big chunk of the map actually, and might kind of smoosh into other things, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Oh, thank you, Shivi. Yeah, I guess it comes with the territory of going with like this fantasy world building theme that I don't want to just have like one feel. I kind of want to tackle a bunch of different feels throughout. The more you run around your island, the smaller it feels. Yeah, I couldn't really decide. I felt like bulldozing my island made it feel bigger. I felt like back when I had my original map, I felt like it seemed so small, and then once I bulldozed everything, it was like, wow, my island's big. I've got a lot of room for everything. So maybe if you're starting to feel like your island is small and you want to just redo everything, maybe bulldozing isn't a bad decision. I'm trying to figure out how to make this path look dilapidated and aesthetic at the same time. Very difficult. I feel like weeds would help a lot, don't you? Like planting weeds in between these little bits of path. okay other than I pulled a neck muscle. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Trial Orc. Hope you feel better. I can't put the big waterfall against the back because the secret beach is right in the middle. Oh, you're running into issues like that, Lenore? I'm sorry about that. I actually feel like, even though I feel like my island is like unideal in a lot of ways, like from the yellow airport, which I don't think a lot of people like, to like how close my town hall is to my airport, I actually haven't had a whole lot of feelings of dissatisfaction yet. In fact, there are some things I really like about how my island shaped out. Like, I really like the placement of my secret beach and the way that I could form this secret garden around it, which then is like in the corner of town. So it's like, I don't know, I just like how it's tucked away in the corner and it leads to my secret beach. But there are definitely some things that people would reset my town over, like the town hall placement and the yellow airport. Big water features are tough to pull off without going overboard, but look so good. Yeah, I've seen so many people do like awesome things. Honestly, like I really feel hardcore like inadequate at times when seeing what other people have done with their islands, and like I mean, have y'all seen some of this stuff like on Twitter and Tumblr? Like, I don't know, people have done really amazing things, and I hope my island can be half as good one day. But I know you're not supposed to compare, and you can take it slow, and you don't have to feel like it's a competition or a race or anything like that. Do you help plan your boyfriend's island too, or does he just do whatever? No, I don't. I don't have time for that. He just does whatever. He has his own plans, actually. Made a huge pagan ziggurat on my island, and it takes up a ton of space and 2 inclines, but love it so much. Yeah, sometimes it's worth it to take that space. It really is sometimes. I know it can be painful to use the space, but sometimes you really need to in order to get the features you want. Like, you know, this secret garden is taking up quite a bit of space, but might end up being quite worth it in the end. So let's make our little pathway connect with the gate here. And it'll be interesting to see if I replace these with QR code pass one day, but at the same time I think it's nice to experiment with these in-game ones because I might end up running out of space. Particularly because I plan on making a lot of patterns for the entrance, and we only have 50 slots, so I might run out of pattern slots. I wish that villagers would still come to visit our house and ask us to visit their houses. It makes me kind of sad that none of my villagers have been inside my house. Oh yeah, that's true, Sailor Venus. Why did they take that away? Every time I boot up Wild World for these, like, pick the next town we play in things, often that'll come up, and it's a mixture of emotions at times because, like, you can also really so easily forget, but it's such a cute feature. I wonder why they took it away. I wonder what I think of these stone fences. What do you think of them, guys? Do you like the stone fence on either side here, or do you think it looks kind of dumb? I guess it helps add to the symmetry in a weird way. I like mixing some of the archstone pathways in as well to make it look like an ancient pathway that has been broken apart over time. Ah, interesting, Jay. Yeah, that's a cool thought. Jay means that instead of just using the stone path, like, you can also throw this one in a little bit too. And it's close enough visually, but like, it's a little different. But yeah, that's a good thought. I might experiment with that, but I also don't want to tear up what I've already done, so maybe I'll think about it and add those pieces later. You found Finfish Island? Oh, that's a thing, Shivi? You're making me want to spend some of my Nook Miles tickets. Like, that sounds so fun. And what if on top of like all this dilapidated like pathwork I put like a fountain or something and then acted like this is the ruin of like an old elegant structure that like has been torn down over time and this is all that's left of it and there's like an old fountain still in the middle of it, still running. Might be an okay thought. Oh, Jaderade, thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. Your island is so gorgeous too, Jaderade. I actually like my yellow airport. I like that it keeps to the blue and yellow dodo color scheme. Yeah, I'm not too mad about mine, but I admit I would have preferred like a blue or white airport maybe. In particular, if there was like a white airport, that would be my thing. Whoa! Real Life Cloud, 6-month resub. That's amazing. Such a long time. And you got the little baby tree as well. Cloud, I just really want to thank you so much for that super long time of support, half a year. It really means a lot, and I always enjoy having you in the community and talking with you, Cloud. Really appreciate you. And I guess I've started to almost call you Cloud because that's a reference to your current username, but I should try to call you Cloudy instead because that's what I'm more like attached to, is calling you Cloudy. But I hope you're doing good today, Cloudy. And thank you so much again for that resub. I'm looking for a fountain. Do y'all think I have one? Sometimes I just go looking in here like, it feels like I might have a fountain in here. I was right. Here's a fountain. I think I'm gonna reset. I want my landmass on the west side and my secret beach not in the middle, and maybe experiment with 2 south-facing rivers. Okay, Lenore, well, I'm happy to help you with resetting if you want to hold on to some things and hold on to villagers. It might take some time, though, like if you're wanting to, like, reset, like, right away. I think, you know, I would, if you want to save your villagers, I would coordinate it with me and we can try to figure out a way that you can keep some of them, but it might not be instantaneous. Oh, and enjoy your lark, Mercy. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, you all like the symmetrical stone. Thanks for the feedback on it. I guess it does add like a little extra height. So, I don't know, I'm still feeling intimidated by this area, like I'm not really doing it right. That sort of vibe, but let's see what it looks like once you put the fountain in the middle of it and maybe like plant some weeds around. Should probably grab some weeds as well. The weeds will help me visualize how it could look down, how it could look dilapidated and all that. You thought it was tedious how the villagers would visit your house and all that, random penguin? Yeah, it was a mixture of both tedious but also cute. I especially, like, I liked it when they would be chit-chatty. Occasionally they would come over to your house in New Leaf and Wild World and just literally, like, complain about your house. Like, they'd be like, why is your furniture all, like, mismatching or facing the wrong way? And it's like, excuse me, did I invite the HRA to my home or did I invite you to my home? Like, sometimes they would really give you a hard time about stuff. Oh, thank you so much for all that hype and love in chat for Cloudy's resub. And Jay asked, is Cortimer bot still shut off? Wow, that's a good question, Jay. I thought Cornimer Bot was working. Is he not? I'm sorry if the bot is down. I wonder if things like this stone stool could also look good near that like stone ruins area. And I kind of came over here to grab some weeds in case maybe some weeds could help get that area looking how I want. I'm sure some white flowers would look fitting too, but maybe in case I want to do more terraforming, I should stay away from the flowers for now. So happy to have the little tree badge, it's so cute. Yeah, I'm curious what the big tree badge is gonna look like one day, if the detail is gonna hold up well. Oh, Jay, I'm happy to hear that you'd be willing to help Lenore hold on to things too. That's really nice of you. Oh, Lily Mango, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Felt like doing a bright look today. If I were to redo my island, I'd likely do something similar with a large central valley and mountains on the perimeter. Oh yeah, these valleys are fun to do in New Horizons. I know that what I did isn't even like groundbreaking in a sense. I think a lot of people have done exactly the same sort of thing, but I did draw inspiration from like a location in a fantasy book that I read where it was like a princess taking care of like this secret garden, and so this is the princess's house and where she's gonna go and visit the garden, and it's also kind of like an old garden that she ends up sprucing up, so that's why I'm doing like this, trying to do a dilapidated effect to everything and trying to make this area with like the pathwork look kind of run down, but I'm not gonna lie, I think it's gonna take a lot of trial and error to get right, because I'm feeling like a little clunky right now with trying to like lay down the fencing and lay down the stone path. It just, I don't know if it's hitting the right buttons and doing the right sort of thing that I want it to do, but I think you all can at least tell what I'm going for though, right? Like you can see what I'm trying to accomplish, even if it might not be all the way there. Looks like Cornimer is sending messages through your streamer account instead of its own. Really? That's weird, Jay. I have no idea why that would be happening. We'll have to take a look at that later. See if we can fix the Cornimer bot. Oh, thank you, Jaderade. So I want to create some hedges too, because as much as I was saying that I'm not sure I like how this area is coming out, maybe things just like mixing up between hedges and the stone could also do like a lot to create more of the vibe I'm looking for. It could also just end up covering up stuff though, like since they have a little bit of height, every time I create a hedge it kind of takes up some height and hides some things. Oh, and hi Sam, how are you today? Hope you're doing good. Definitely gives off the mysterious ancient ruins vibe, which is cool. Oh, thank you, Jay. I don't know if I like it, but sometimes terraforming and planning out is just like this. You gotta go through the initial trials before you get to how you want to. I don't like how that looks. Let me equip the stone one again. I love your valley so much. I need a valley so bad. I have one, but it's tiny, and I want a big one. Aw, sweet. So you're gonna draw inspiration from musicals. I know that Lenore kind of has a backstory, or like she has experience basically as an actress and doing musicals. I know that about her, so it's cool to know that she's gonna draw inspiration from musicals and acting for her town. Is this like a castle ruins area or ruined courtyard? I'm thinking of trying that around my haunted mansion. Yeah, I'm trying to do that, Cloudy. It's not, I don't know, I'm not really super happy with it, but I'm almost trying to make it look like there used to be an organized garden, so that's why I'm kind of somewhat doing the fencing in a circle around the fountain, because I want it to look like maybe it was once an organized garden that's just deteriorated over time. And that's what I'm having trouble with, is the mixture of both organization and like messiness and destruction, I guess. But some of it's just trial and error until you get it the way you want. Oh, good night, Mercy. Hope you have a wonderful evening. See you next time. I'm sorry that you have a headache. I know how bad that feels. I had a few headaches over the weekend. My heart's definitely with you there, and I hope it heals really soon, Mercy. Thank you all so much for the love too, and the well wishes for Mercy feeling better. I feel like sometimes too, something that I do is like I end up not using a whole lot of trees, which makes me feel bad. There's like almost so many like tempting things you can use in this game other than trees. Like you can use bushes and fences and terraforming and paths and like outdoor furniture, that sometimes the actual trees like get cut by the wayside, or at least sometimes it's tempting for me to not put trees everywhere. So maybe I should start to think about like trees I could add to. And want to add like a teensy bit of organization, but at the same time not too much organization. I wonder if something like that could work. And then maybe I could put like a weed in the middle between where the stone and where the hedge is, or like a bush. I don't know, what are you all thinking? Like a bush or a weed right here, like in the middle? If it's a bush, what kind of bush should I do? Should I just do like a blue hydrangea? Dang, I need to go get a shovel. I've been out of a shovel for like a little while now. I need to go get a shovel. Like about 1 million shovels in my storage, so just gotta run back to my house real quick. Oh, good night too, Helly. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad it was able to give you a bit of coziness. Alright, so let's find my tools and finally get the shovel that I've probably been meaning to get for like the past hour. I don't know if any of you do this, but I definitely do it a lot, to where like one of my tools will break and then I'm so busy doing stuff that it actually takes me a long time to finally get around to grabbing that shovel. Oh, you think a weed for more height variation? That's a good point, Cloudy, because if I add a bush, it's going to be about the same size as the hedge. So yeah, I think probably the weed would work best. But I went out of my way to go and grab a shovel in case I wanted to plant a bush there. And I hope I'll be able to like water the weeds essentially to get them to grow nice and tall, because I don't know, am I making it too hard to get to this particular weed? I guess the rain will water it too. So that's my, I actually am kind of like mildly happy with that one corner, other than the fact that I have to scooch in between the fountain and the hedge. That kind of bugs me a little bit, because I don't really like to scooch. I wonder if there's any way I can end this in a slightly different way, and then that way, like, it'll look a little bit more official. I'm probably not making any sense, but I don't know if y'all have noticed, but if you end a fence this way, it'll kind of have like a vertical edge to the horizontal fence, and if you do it this way, it's gonna have like just a plain horizontal edge. And I was thinking for this particular spot, maybe I do want to have that like different style edge at the end, so that's why I picked it up. You liked the missing corner? Oh, so you like something that I had before better than what I'm doing right now? So did you like having the corner connected, or do you like it right now? The only thing I didn't like about it before, I don't really like having to scooch around things when I'm just walking around my town. It's like a little bit of like a, I don't know, maybe just makes me feel like it's improper if I have to scooch. Oh, you like it better now? Oh, that makes me happy, Lenore. Thank you. I want to get some more of these blue hydrangeas, which I hope I have some more. I guess I could always steal them from along the cliffs, although they're currently decorating the cliffs right now. Oh, look at this gorgeous sunset over Red's tent. I wonder if I should buy any of that like fake art today. Like Red had quite a few like fake art pieces, and they weren't like my favorites, but let me know if like any of you want like any of the fakes too. Like I don't think any of them were like really calling out at me for like fakes that I want to decorate with, but I'll just show one more time in case anyone new came in here. I'll show you what Red's got today. He's got Las Meninas and this, I don't know. I don't really know what the story is behind this guy, but he has like a lot of like fruit on his hat. And I've got this, gold piece over here. But let me know if you're interested in any of that as fakes. I already bought the real one for today. Make a QR code of broken rock. Yeah, I could definitely maybe make some QR codes about that. But at the same time, I'm a little worried about like running out of space for QR codes, so maybe it would be nice to use the in-game paths in certain spots. Be up for the gold one or the large one, Las Meninas? Yeah, just let me know. Are you in the Discord? If you're not in the Discord, feel free to join it so you can join in our trades and our turnip prices and stuff, and maybe I can have people over later who want some of those fakes. Only have 3 spaces for custom designs left. Do you have some ideas for how you're going to use them, Sailor Venus? Do you know what 3 you're going to fill them with? Alright, so I might have to expand this cliff a little bit more. I thought I made it wide enough, but I feel like I could use a little bit of extra space to like fill out this ruinous, I don't know what to call it, like ruin area. Cool. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you there, and definitely no pressure either. Sometimes it's nice to just, if you're into like browsing the turnip prices and trading and stuff like that, a good way to like message people off stream. Should I sell my sharks now or wait for CJ? I think I would definitely, I would be tempted to sell them now. because that's how I am. I'm all about that instant gratification and getting that 15 grand like right now, but it would be smart to wait for CJ. That never even crosses my mind. I'm just always in the here and now and like, oh, I caught a fish, let me go sell it. Or let me go donate it to Blathers. I'm never thinking about CJ or Flick. I'm not sure yet because I still have so many ideas for what I could use them for. Oh, so your final 3 spots being undecided is more for having too many options rather than not having enough options. Guess who finally finished the fossil exhibit? Oh, congrats, Beth. I finished mine too, and it was thanks to someone in the community too. It was Peachy who sent me my final fossil. Super excited about it. I feel like I'm not sure how I feel about these 2 stepping stones, but that would be easy to fix sometime. I should probably continue focusing on the bigger, more important area. Where in the Discord should I post about the red art? Well, if you want, I can actually just message you later. Like, that's another cool aspect of Discord, is the sense that, like, now that you're in it, and now that we as a community, so many of us are in it, it's just a easy way for us to basically private message each other, like off stream later, to be like, oh, here's my dodo code, I'm open for this, and that sort of thing. Yeah, congrats to Beth for finishing the fossil exhibit. That's so exciting that a lot of us are starting to finish that now. And a lot of us started to finish around the same time. It makes me wonder, there's just kind of like this almost RNG math to it, to where like a lot of people finish around the same time. Oh, and hey Joey, welcome to stream. Bummer we missed out on the green mum again, Joey. We'll do it one of these days. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, you've had a bad weekend, Joey? I'm sorry about that. Just trying to puzzle out these fences. I'm actually like, even though it looks kinda cool, like I don't know if it looks as cool as it did in my head, and if it doesn't look as cool as it did in my head, it makes me wonder if it's even worth dedicating space in your town to it. Like, space in your town is so precious that, like, I don't know if I'm having misgivings about this. It makes me wonder if I should do it at all. But maybe it just needs some more work. I only just started on it today. It might need some like trial and error and stuff. What do y'all think is going to be the final exhibit that you'll complete? Probably like the art one? Do you think that one's going to take the longest? And something else I'm curious about. Should I have... Maybe I should have the stone path connect down here too, so that the path takes you to a few different directions. One to the fake gate, one to the incline, one to this incline. Maybe I should also connect it down here. The art will definitely take the longest. Yeah, I'm suspicious of that too with Red's spawn rate. Maybe they'll finally like make the Red spawn rate like a little bit easier to manage and less of a pain one of these days. The art exhibit for sure. I have about 3 artworks right now in my collection. Oh, you guys are making me wanna, like, I think it's been a while since I've been to the art exhibit in particular on stream. Maybe I should go and show off the pieces I have so far. I actually even have like a real one in my house, and the real one is just used for like aesthetics at the moment in my house, and I feel kind of guilty, but at the same time it's one of my favorite paintings in the game. It's Ophelia, and I think it's just such a cool painting that it's hard for me to resist using it as decoration right now when I'm still so far away from completing the museum, so why not use it as decoration at the moment? I think it's a cool spot, and I don't really think you can waste much time in this game at all. Taking it slow is the point, you know? No mistakes, just happy accidents. Oh, I love that. It's like a little bit of Bob Ross wisdom shining through in Animal Crossing. I do wonder if like one thing that could be throwing off everything is the feeling that this is such a pretty view of like the waterfall that maybe putting up like a bulky fence like right in front of the waterfall isn't the way to go. Maybe I should just put up a single fence like right here. Yeah, the art exhibit. Some people actually have complete ones. Can you believe that? Already complete after just this amount of time. I wonder if I like that. Does that look kind of goofy? I can't decide if I like it or not. The art exhibit is so pretty, can't wait to complete it. It really is. I'm a big art history fan, not necessarily because I'm a total expert, but it was one of the things that like I really got a whole lot of joy of when I took classes in college, and I have such fond memories of that being like one of the classes I was super engaged in and was always like raising my hand, and I just really loved art history in particular, and it's really charming and fun to like have all these nods to like real life art pieces in our cute little Animal Crossing game, and I really enjoy it. I guess I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see what it looks like to like plant a tree here. A tree? Amy actually planting a tree somewhere. Oh no, no place to plant in this area. It must be too close to the cliff. What if I move it over? I think it might add something. It of course hides like a bit of the cliffs, but then it also adds some nice height and greenery. Could also do cedars, except for I have mostly oaks in the actual garden, so it makes me feel like I should continue the theme of having oaks. I found Static. He was one of my dreamies. Oh, congrats! That was just today's Inren. I think there was someone else island hopping for villagers too. I hope everyone's had good luck today who's island hopping. That's so exciting. I was studying art history in college before I dropped out. Oh, Sailor Venus. I thought about studying art history just like in the sense of majoring in it. But then I read like a stat about how a certain percentage of art history majors actually don't really do anything with their degree, and it's just, you know, something to get into like food service or retail even, and I definitely just kind of had the vibe that I didn't need to spend a whole lot of money on a degree that would maybe not even get me anywhere, but if I had followed my passion, I might have done art history. And that's not to say, like, for anyone younger in chat, like, you can definitely take the opposite approach of me and actually follow your dream and do your passion, but So don't be intimidated by that. I'm sure you could find a nice art history teaching job or work at an art museum or something if you set your mind to it. I have a degree in art history, and that love definitely stemmed from things like the Animal Crossing art exhibits. Wow, Jaderay, that's awesome. That's amazing that your degree, that your education was partly influenced by Animal Crossing and the museum. I love that. Oh, Shivi, was it you I remembered who's also island hopping? I hope you get good luck too, and whoever you find. Oh, Jay. I didn't realize that when I was saying like my experiences of looking up the things about the art history degree like so many years ago, like this was back when I was around 18, I didn't realize that it would ring a chord with anyone in chat. I thought it was just a personal anecdote. But yeah, there's also value to you know, studying what you're passionate about, and just the fact that you have a degree in anything can help open doors. I actually didn't, you know, finish a college degree myself, which is of course part of the reason why I work at Costco, but I had a lot of trouble figuring out what I wanted to do and went between like art history and environmental science. When I was super young, like I kind of wanted to be like go into astronomy, and then I quickly realized that that was a bit of a pipe dream. This area is just so like one of those areas that's really interesting for being like you could do it a million different ways, and you're never gonna be sure like which way is the right way really, because you know there's so many different ways you could arrange the randomness of the paths, the randomness of the hedges and the stone. It just really makes me wonder like how I'm ever gonna know like when I'm 100% satisfied with this area. Is it just gonna feel right at a certain point? Like, is it just gonna hit the right buttons for me? I don't know. Aw, Jaderay, thanks for having a sense of humor about it. Life's all about following our passions. Yeah, sometimes it can be hard though to make a career out of your passion, and you just gotta do what you gotta do. My passion is crystal healing, Buddhism, and Animal Crossing, and it's the best. Oh yeah, well that's another thing. Like, if work isn't your passion, you can kind of make a hobby your passion. Like, definitely Animal Crossing and content creation, whether it's been like blogging over the years or making path patterns for Suldrun, or just whatever I get up to in Animal Crossing. You know, meeting you all in the community. That's definitely one of my passions, as cheesy as it sounds. You've got Anka? Oh, cool. Congratulations, Zinrin. And yes, good luck to Shivi, still island hunting. Wouldn't go back and change things even still. Yeah, and that makes me happy to hear. It's good to not have regrets about things like that. I'm not sure what I want to do either, and I don't want to spend a ton of money and end up wishing I studied something else. Yeah, that anxiety can be totally real, but at the same time, you can also kind of fall into the trap that I did and then be so indecisive that you end up just not really doing anything, and then like still not being happy with what you're doing. Like, I can't say I'm super eager and overjoyed to kind of work my retail job every day, but I get to stream afterwards though. I like that my job is very like clock in and clock out. Like, once I'm clocked out, like I'm good to go for the day and don't have to worry about checking work emails or worrying about deadlines or anything like that. So I do like that aspect of my job. It's very like clock in and clock out. I can clock out and go stream and do my passions. I I've had struggles knowing what I wanted to do at university, was studying classical music, but changed to music business. Oh, that's really cool, Zinran. I haven't ever met anyone that is going to study classical music and change to music business. That sounds like a really cool story, and that you're definitely like following your passion yourself. Oh, hey Mary, thank you so much. I'm feeling pretty like uncertain about it, but at the same time, like, it looks better than the blankness that was here before. That's the thing about bulldozing your island and building it back up. Sometimes it can be hard to decide on what your final layout's gonna be. Like, is this the final layout I want to have forever? But it for sure looks better than how it did before. Looks better than being bulldozed. Love the garden ruins vibe. Oh, thank you, Shivi. Trying my best. I feel like part of me is a little bit cringing at using so many of these in-game paths. I'm so used to using like QR codes that it might take some getting used to just using the in-game ones. And when I say that, I mean like in past Animal Crossing games, like games like New Leaf and Wild World. I'm used to using QR codes and my own patterns. We'll have to see how I like these in-game paths long term. Alright, I wonder what the lead up to this finch should be. Oh, and hi Jess Rules. It's going pretty good. Definitely having a really cozy, chill day. Happy to be streaming with you all after taking a few days off. How about you? How's your day going? I understand when it comes to careers and jobs, it's a lot harder to follow dreams, but my passions aren't really work-based, I guess. Yeah, and that's another good way to look at it, is that you don't have to turn your passion into a job. In some cases, that can make your passion like a little bit more stressful in a sense, and it's less of something enjoyable if you turn it into some big thing that's like gonna stress you out, that you have to like work towards. That happened to me like a little bit with art. Like, I was one of those kids that I was constantly drawing when I was a kid, and always doodling and doing crafts. And then I did take art classes from 6th grade all the way till 12th grade. And ever since I did classes in school, I haven't been quite as into doing art in my spare time, but ironically, Animal Crossing got me to do a little bit of fan art. I did a fan art drawing of the Dream Suite, which I was pretty happy with. Oh, thank you, Sailor Venus. That means a lot. I can't get over my uncertainty with it, but at the same time, looks better than how it did before. It was difficult choosing between being in the arts and doing something more employable like engineering. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of like, just from being where I've been through in life, like I would be kind of the more cynical type that would tell you to go for something employable, but there's also like a lot of value too to just following your dreams and see where it takes you, or study your passions in school. Sometimes I still wonder if I should go back one day just so I don't have to work at my current job the rest of my life, and get like a 2-year degree in something that can maybe get me a different sort of job. Oh, that sounds cozy, Jess. I thought that since we were talking so much about like the art exhibit and like art history and everything, maybe we can go and check out how my art exhibit is coming along, and I can show you the pieces I have so far. What's ironic is I think I already have the one that was real at Red's today. I could be wrong, but I feel like I do, so I might have just gotten a duplicate real piece of art, which in that sense it could either be like decoration, or I could put it up for trade, but I have to admit I might lean towards decoration because maybe this would be good in like a witch's house or something. But yeah, I already have the Leonardo da Vinci like something man. So I guess the one that I just got today is just another reel, another dupe basically. And I also got Van Gogh sunflowers. And I've got this guy. And I've got this Malay. But don't have any marble statues in here yet. I'm decorating with them, but I don't have any in my actual museum yet. Oh, and here's Las Meninas. And I guess that's about it. Oh yeah, I have girl with a pearl earring. Oh, and hi Rotisserie. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Recently went back to be a teacher's assistant. It was a really simple 6-week course actually, but then COVID hit. Oh, bummer. I hope that didn't, you know, put off your plans forever. I hope you're able to resume them pretty soon. And something else that's kind of funny about like what I'm working on right now with my town is like, I guess I've gotten into working on that other area a lot, but I need to go back to this one eventually, like expand on this area that had Chevra's house and see what else I could do with it. I think the reason why I left it behind for a while is because like I kind of felt like I wasn't sure if I liked the waterfalls enough to keep them forever, but now they've really grown on me and I actually kind of like the waterfalls a lot. So glad they kept the descriptions for the art exhibit. I can't wait to walk through and read everything when I have it completed. Yeah, the descriptions are really nice too. Like, I can't say I really knew off the top of my head that the Gleaners painting was like social commentary, but yeah, apparently like it was a bit of a social commentary for its time. Alright, so maybe we should work on how the path is gonna start to wind and connect over here to the gate. Do we have an hourly music change? It's already 7 o'clock. Oh, that's good, Rotisserie. Glad to hear it. I finished the course, just all the schools are closed until fall at least. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of talk that they might open up in the fall though, so I bet you won't be shut off for much longer. Oh, it's so hard to like come up with these random path arrangements and make them look good. I It definitely looks kind of earthy and I don't know, just looking it over, trying to see how I like it. In a weird way, I don't know if it connects in a super organic way to this down here though. Like, it's not like I put stone fencing down below, so I hope it's not too much of a mismatch to like pan up and see a bit of stone fencing. I think I'm gonna take this one away though. I don't like how this one looks from below. Oh, thank you, colors. That means a lot. Sadly, my search for black street lamps that aren't absurdly priced failed, but now I'm just collecting bait and I'm gonna do a bit of fishing. Oh, I'm sorry that didn't work out, Coffin Fruit. Have you tried our Discord? It's possible there might be people that have black street lights in our Discord that won't charge super heavily. I've had some people help me with like white street lights before and that sort of thing. So yeah, maybe try ours before giving up totally. I don't have the black streetlights in mine though. I have brown and white between my two towns. Alright, so I don't know if I'm liking the fencing at this particular location. Maybe some trees instead. Some like sentinel trees to take you into the garden. Yeah, that might look nice actually. Oh, Jay has black street lamps. Oh, I'm so glad that you were able to, like right after I said our community might be able to help you out. I'm so glad, Jay. Doing some tours to get a new villager, and after 6 islands I got Pashmina. Oh, Pashmina's pretty good. I've never really had her before, but I mean, she's a cutie. Alright, so gonna eat some eggs and take a few trees over there. Feel like such a burden to the Discord. I always drop my wish lists. Oh no, you shouldn't feel that way. I dropped mine too. I admit I've been a little bit busy lately to look through people's wish lists, but I need to keep that in mind as something to do sometime, is to go through and see the ways that I can help people out. I kinda like the stone fencing crumbled over time, at least that's the feeling it gives me. Yeah, it's definitely the feeling I'm going for. Just kind of an old garden, deteriorated sort of thing. I feel like flowers could help spruce up the area a lot. Like maybe that's part of what's missing, like a flower here, a flower there. Like that could help add a lot to the area, I think. So let's see how the sentinel trees look. I really like it. I like the trees framing the fence right there. And is this one of those cliffs that you can't climb on top of? Oh no, I can. So I can decorate these cliffs too. Oh man, I can't even really see the garden below. It's just like a silhouette at this point. Was also wondering if you had plans to incorporate any bushes with the fencing in that area. That's a good thought. I feel like I should actually, now that you say it. Like, I've used a lot of hedges, but what if you mixed like blue hydrangeas in with the hedges to kind of create like a little visual interest? I think that's a good idea. Just more stuff to like kind of play around with though that might end up I don't know, being yet more trial and error. Alright, so maybe one of these can become a bush instead. I wonder which one. This one? But yeah, I feel like that could add something. Yeah, to have some of them be bushes and some of them be flowers, and to just have a nice mix of different foliage scattered throughout. I think that could help. If I do it though, I want a lot of the blue bushes in particular. Like, I don't know if I want too many of the pink ones. I'm a little bit more partial to the blue for giving off that like more, I guess, magical blue vibe. I think moms and windflowers do a good job of looking a bit more wildflowery, if that's what you're going for. Yeah, definitely. I wonder if I should just do white ones or try to mix up the colors a bit. Your town is primarily set to nighttime, Jay? Does that mean that you kind of load it at night a lot? Sometimes I used to do that with my town Suldrun. Like I would just set it to sunset every time I played. I didn't realize you did the same thing, Jay. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up the Jacob's ladder. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't just accidentally, like, destroy the Jacob's ladder. That would have given me a heart attack in, like, Wild World or New Leaf. Like, accidentally digging up a Jacob's ladder. I actually did do that in Wild World the other day. I was playing in Daftily, and I accidentally dug up a purple pansy. And I actually dug up the purple pansy on purpose, because I was trying to move the pansy. And instead of, like, hitting Y, I hit the shovel button, and then I dug up my beautiful purple pansy was gone. Okay, so I think that's a little too, maybe like a little too mirrored on either side, unless I do another one like right here. Trying to figure out how to dig up the path. Sometimes I still struggle with how to do things. It's usually loaded in the daytime when I'm working on it, but I'm hoping to be done with the town by Friday, and after that I'll probably play it at night more. Ooh, done completely, Jay? Wow. That's really impressive. You're like at that amount of progress. Do you think you need any of the mush stuff though? Like that's something I'm a little curious about, is whether you think you will still need to add things over time just for the sake of not having all the seasonal stuff? Oh, I just need one more blue bush like right here, or either that or I could mix it up with purple right there. I don't know, starting to doubt myself. Maybe I could add a little bit of purple here and there and not just have blue. The little bush nestled in the stone fence looks very cute. Oh, do you mean this one over here? Oh, thank you, Jaderade. I'm glad that you can appreciate the little placements and things like that. I wonder if another bush would look good right there, if it's too close to the other one. Yeah, I think that does a good job of like adding pops of color here and there. It might not be like Tumblr photo set worthy or Tumblr photo set ready yet, but it does look charming. Maybe I can clean it up another time. And I think instead of hedges, I like the idea of like having some flowery bushes leading up to the fence. I think that would be pretty, because you're kind of entering the garden. Ah, what if I put an arch right here? You think an arch would be fitting? What sort of arch should I do if I do an arch? If only there was like a rose arch or a wisteria trellis or something like that. I'm not sure if there actually are arches in the game that are super fitting for that exact spot. But I can do a quick scroll through. I mean, I know there's the shell arch, and I know that there's the tree bounty arch, but those don't really seem appropriate. Maybe like the wedding arch, except for no, not really. That's a little too elegant. So yeah, maybe there isn't a fitting arch after all. Oh well. I tried. I'm working on a special project right now that will include scenes from my finished town, but I'll certainly leave things open to adjust later. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense about fine-tuning details over time, even when you think your town is finished. I definitely relate to that, like with what I went through with my New Leaf town even though it was in a highly like developed state for quite a while. I didn't consider my New Leaf Town finished until about 2018, so it took me quite a long time. Oh, I was trying to dig up this glowy spot with a terraforming shovel. Are your emotes working again for you? Actually no, Pikmin, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because the emotes weren't working for me before I started stream, and I've been continuing to hang out within the same screen without refreshing because there's no way for me to really refresh the stream while I'm streaming. But I'm sure the emotes will be back to normal pretty soon. I'm not too worried about them. Oh, Jazzy, thank you for the follow. And I momentarily kind of forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I think I was trying to get some more blue hydrangeas. The stone arch? Oh, I forgot about the stone arch, Jay. I actually have one over here. Yeah, I could see the stone arch working, especially with like all the dilapidated ruin type stuff, but I almost wish there was something in between like the wedding arch and the stone arch, because the stone arch looks a little bit like mystical ruins in the forest and not something that used to be elegant. Like, it doesn't really look like this was ever something elegant. Which I think you can pick up on the fact that the secret garden was maybe once like an elegant place, but has gotten like deteriorated over time. So it kind of doesn't match that vibe in the sense that this stone arch literally looks like 3 boulders put on top of each other, whereas like it's trying to be elegant over here, but yeah, maybe that looks kind of cool. I want to see what it looks like right over. Maybe it could be like a doorway over top of the fence. Like if you put it like literally right next to the fence, maybe it'll even look like a doorway over top of it. Ah, that's kind of interesting. What do y'all think about it? Do you like it better without or with? Oh, the wedding arch has roses on it? Maybe I should check that one out and not write it off. Wish there was more arches in the game. Me too, Joey. They're missing like a lot of aesthetics with the arches. They could have really given us a lot more, to be honest. Alright, so now that I've moved things this way, I'm kind of tempted to see what the trees look like if I move the trees too. Are there green hedge arches in New Horizons? Ah, there should be. You totally see those all the time in like topiary gardens, you know, those like French topiary gardens. I need the wisteria trellis. Hope they bring back more public works and furniture and updates. Me too. They need to bring back all the New Leaf stuff. In my opinion, like the castles. Oh, okay, that didn't look how I wanted it to. Dang. Why can't this just be a little bit smaller? Can I like do that tree trick where I like pause the tree in the middle of its growth and maybe like put a small tree right there so it doesn't cover up the whole arch? Maybe that would look good. It kind of matches the paths, but I totally agree it would be nice to have some extra customization features for it. Yeah, one thing that I miss a lot in New Leaf too is the statue fountain, which I don't hear a whole lot of people talk about because I feel like the shell fountain is kind of the equivalent in this game. But I miss the statue fountain too, and I feel like it would have fit the aesthetic of this area if only there was like an arch similar to the sort of vibe that the statue fountain in New Leaf had. Another possibility, which, you know, I hate to do like a million things a million different ways, but if I don't like the stone arch right there, I mean, I could always go somewhere else. Like, what if it went on this side and kind of opened your way up into the garden? It's worth a try at least. I kind of want to try it out. I don't want to repeat messages, but I think you missed mine. Oh, okay. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, well, if I totally missed something, feel free to repeat it. The rustic stone wall is on my wish list, and you got a dupe earlier. I couldn't chat before, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can send that to you later, Beth. Definitely eager to get rid of more dupes. Don't need to add more dupes to my collection. Alright, so that's what the stone archway looks like. I just wonder if it takes away a little bit from the garden view, or if it adds to it or not. But it would be a cool way to like use that in my town, because I can't say that I've ever made concrete plans to use that arch somewhere, so that would be a good way to use it somewhere. Oh, thank you, Denico. Have a great night. Thanks so much for hanging out today. But yeah, the other side of that gateway is so easy to fix that maybe I'll just put the arch there for now, and then if I don't end up liking the arch later, I can always take it down. Maybe customize the arch to be mossy. Yeah, that could be a thought. Definitely help with like the old feeling. Oh, did I shoot down a present and not even open it earlier? Oh, some terry cloth shorts. What? You think it could work here, Jaderade? Thanks for the feedback. I'm pretty uncertain about the arch, so really appreciate any thoughts on it. Should probably plant a lot more hydrangeas, because it would be so handy to have like more and more hydrangeas everywhere to just pull from. And I can just imagine, I think it's gonna look so much better once I decorate this area too. Like, I need to decorate this area, and then like when you're standing below, you'll be able to see like the bushes in the foreground that are right next to you. The bushes in front of you, like in the distance, the bushes on the ground. I think it'll look so pretty eventually. The archway works 100% in the front where you originally put it. Oh, you think so, Joey? Oh, I almost kind of liked it more like hidden by the cliff a bit. Like, in this way you don't see like the bottom of the archway, you just see it kind of like looming up in the distance. But thank you for the input. Maybe I'll try the other way again later to see which way I like better. Oh, you like it in the front better too, Beth? Oh. Okay, maybe I should swap it. So let's dig up these bushes for the 10 millionth time. Oh, so you like it in the back, Beth? I guess while I'm doing it, I'll test it in the front one more time, and then maybe, I don't know, I feel like in a weird way, like, been streaming about 3 hours, feel like I'm getting a little bit finicky. Maybe I should call it a progress for the day, or maybe I could keep going. I don't know, sometimes I get a little self-conscious about like redoing the same thing a million times. Like, I'm probably not going to be satisfied with this area today, so maybe I shouldn't even try in a sense. And just switch over to Deftly for the end of stream. Pick the next town we play in. Ooh, I hear a balloon present again. Where's my iron fence? You like it in the front, but think both areas work? Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing that bugs me about it, which maybe you all can't relate to in a super big way, but I don't like how you can see like the cliff in between the arch and in between the arch and the fence. Like, you know that little strip of like orange almost that you see right in the middle? I don't really like it. So that's like my one issue. But at the same time, I see what y'all are saying too. Maybe I could just dress up the area more and it'll kind of hide the awkwardness. Like plant bushes out in front. Yeah, maybe like just another like row of purple here, and that'll help dress up the area. Definitely good to just step back and take a break from a spot when you're feeling indecisive about it. I'm glad you feel that, Brahmin. I definitely do too sometimes. Plus sometimes you could end up making it worse if you end up finicking with it too much. And do y'all get that feel sometimes, like similar to like what artists go through, where like something might look good like while you're working on it, but then you like sleep on it and then come back later and then suddenly you don't like it anymore? So that's always a risk too, is that you might get so in the zone that you're not seeing it clearly. Oh, so you like the back for that reason too, Jaderade? Yeah, I can definitely see how it works both ways in different ways. I would say right now, the way that I have it, it kind of looks more like a door, which I think is kind of cool because in the Secret Garden that's like I'm basing it off of, in the book that I'm reading, you actually get to the Secret Garden through like a door and a wall. So it's kind of interesting to me in a way that like I might be creating the door in the wall right here through like the archway kind of being the door and the fence maybe being the door in a sense. Another more literal way I could do it is like with a simple panel. I could do like a simple panel that like looks like a doorway and put it right there. But that would be a waste of a pattern slot that maybe I don't feel like wasting. Happens all the time. Oh, I'm glad you all can relate. Makes me happy. If I'm working on a sketch and I come back to it the next day, I'm like, brain, what were you doing? Yeah, at the same time though, it makes it all the more satisfying when you do get to those moments where it still looks good the next day and you can just take an extra little bit of pride in that and feel super good about what you created. Hey Wonderman, my turnip prices are actually just 97 right now. They're not really a good price. Chances are it's probably not like a profitable margin for you. Well, I'm running out of hydrangeas too. I think one thing I'm gonna do before I switch over to like a different town, I think I'm gonna just plant a whole bunch of hydrangeas since I'm using them so much in this spot, and that way like I won't have to. I really hate waiting for plants to grow in this game. I want that instant gratification of like knowing what they look like when I plant them. And so what I like to do is I like to just plant the hydrangeas everywhere, wait for them to grow and bloom, and then I can move them around to my heart's content and know what they look like in a spot without having to imagine how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna go find some hydrangeas and plant them real quick. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could do today. We moved in Eric, we did the Reese and Cyrus. And what was I gonna do as far as... Oh yeah, hydrangeas. So that should be over in other. It kind of weirds me out that they're called pink hydrangeas. To me, they look more purple. In fact, I think I often call them purple hydrangeas. If you ever need more, let me know. I think I have like 100 blue hydrangea starts. Yeah, I think I have a fair amount too, fortunately. Leaf showed up once and he was selling them and... Oh, I have some over here. Good job, me. You had the same idea to do something that you had literally already done before. But it looks like I could use a few more, so I'm gonna plant them. Still island hopping. Just found a Nan. Ah, congrats. If you were looking for her, at least. But Nan's a cutie. I had Nan earlier on, and she was kind of a random move-in that I actually got kind of attached to. Plus, I really liked having both Nan and Chevra in my town because they're kind of shipped together and they have their pictures of each other in their houses. Oh, you're adding your last side character, Cloudy? How many side characters do you have? Do you have full 8 or just... I think I plan on having 5 total. Oh, and hi Nathan. Good evening to you too. I am doing super well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing good too. Man, it should let me plant more than one at once. It's tedious. Oh, you remember me having Nan Sheethy? Yeah, I did have her. I got attached to her and I felt so sad that I had to send her to the void. I think there was someone in Discord that was maybe interested in taking her but didn't have like a free spot. So that can happen a lot. It's so hard to like find homes for villagers in this game because it seems like so rarely do people have like an open spot in their town. Oh, you have 4 characters counting yourself? That's a good number. I do think once you get up to like 8, that might be just taking up a little too much space in your town, and how many different like looking houses can you create without the lack of like different sorts of architecture? Alright, so I'm gonna, since I did happen to have a few hydrangeas, I might have fun planting a few more over here, but do you feel like I could be getting to the point where I could use a little bit of break and a space from this area? But yeah, tomorrow at work is like a book stocking day for me. Every Tuesday is actually like considered publishing day. Like Tuesday is when all the new books get published, and that's actually what my job is that I'm a book stalker. So tomorrow I've got my book stocking job, and then it's also a day off from stream tomorrow. But like I was talking about earlier in stream, Wednesday I do plan to do a pattern designing stream, and it's one that I'm gonna, you know, take seriously as like a way to try to get myself to do some of these patterns that I haven't gotten the chance to do. And so it might at times be like a fun just chatting stream, or it might at times be a stream where I have to like really concentrate on what I'm doing. So definitely if that's not your bag at all, don't feel bad about not attending that one. But yeah, I guess that's the lineup is off tomorrow, but then back Wednesday for hopefully some pattern making. I'm kind of excited to get working on some of the patterns that I want to make for this town. Alright, why isn't it letting me plant right there? I feel like one thing I could definitely use a bit of space from is just this archway. I feel like it's driving me a little crazy, the fact that I keep not being sure what to do with the archway. can't decide if I want to do the archway in the front or the back or just not at all. Like, I'm not even like between 2 options, I'm between 3 options with the archway. Thank you, Rotisserie and Kimma. That means a lot. But yeah, no pressure. Might be kind of boring. But I figure even if it's like one kind of boring stream a week, like if it gets me to make some of the patterns that I need to make for my town, it'll be worth it in that sense. I'm thinking of using a side character to get a tent for a campsite area. Ah, cool. Yeah, are you gonna expand your campsite area to be more than just the campsite tent and also have like a character tent too? That would be a good idea. Oh, look at the fireflies. Yeah, I currently have a tent in my town, but I look forward to expanding it to like a pretty cottage for my princess character. Pattern making streams are your favorite? Wow. Beth. We'll have to see how it goes. I hope it's not a total disaster. I think I'm gonna switch over to Daftily now. I think it'll be a cozy visit to Daftily. Earlier some people used their acorn points on pick the next town we play in, and it's actually Cherry Blossom Festival in Daftily right now, and we can have fun looking around the cherry blossoms. Maybe seeing what my neighbors are up to with the Flower Fest. Have you all ever done the Flower Fest in Animal Crossing Wild World before? There's like this competition in Wild World where like everyone competes to get the fanciest garden, and the last time I did it I actually lost to Eloise somehow. Like, I don't know how, but maybe we can spy on my neighbors' gardens to see if we can somehow win the Flower Fest. But let me start to boot that up and switch over to Daftily. Yeah, like I think I have Suncomb in my 3DS right now, so I'll have to switch over to Daftily. Tomorrow I'm planning to make some patterns for my night battle zone. Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, that's definitely like super medieval vibes there too. Are you gonna have like a night character, Kimma? Alright, so here's my Daftily cartridge. What is Tipper doing? Oh, she's lifting some weights. Okay, so I'm gonna turn down the game audio of the Switch and boot up my 3DS software. So just a moment while I do that. And I hope I have my Wild World overlay set up good. Alright. Oh, you remember the Flower Fest, Sinrin? You too, Joey? Don't think I ever did that in Wild World. Sounds fun. Yeah, it is a really, like, that's a competition you can get, like, really into, because we take pride in our gardens, you know? Like, that stuff's personal, and there's, like, this whole contest in Wild World dedicated to, like, who has the fanciest garden. So I've caught up to April 8th, 2020 in Daftily. I'm on my way to June. It's actually kind of my goal to get my way to June in Daftily, and then that way, I'll be able to catch a firefly, which is the very last bug I need in that town. I'll be able to have a complete museum for the very first time in any Animal Crossing game. Recently found my Wild World cartridge and was so nostalgic to play again. Oh, did you play Zenrin? Did you boot it up for a little bit and play your old Wild World town? I'm making a general character, and she and Sterling are going to be fighting for a kingdom, and I want to make an opposing character and have Nox fighting with them for another kingdom. Oh, that's funny. That's adorable. I love it, Kimma. For me, Knox and Sterling are gonna be in my town too, but they're actually gonna be close together. They're not opposing forces. Look at Puddles walking around. Can you all hear the Animal Crossing Wild World audio okay? Can you hear the music and everything? Twisk. Puddles, yes. Our Puddles love emotes in Discord. Alright, so time also to switch over to Wild World as far as my game title. Sometimes people wander into the stream in funny ways when they see that I'm playing Wild World. They're like, can I Wi-Fi with you? It's like, we're about 5 years too late for that. Alright, so here I am, pockets looking full. Oh, look at all these cherry blossoms, guys. Look at my little turnip garden over here. Oh, I see a spare pansy that I don't need, so let's just do it the old-fashioned way and dig it up instead of having to... I don't know, there's no way to destroy flowers at all in New Horizons. They made the flowers too durable. I love Miss Puddle. She's my favorite two colors. Oh, hot pink and light pink. Love the cherry blossoms in Wild World. Me too. There's something kind of special about, I don't know, I feel like they're almost a more muted pink and you can really see the cherry blossoms depicted in like a very traditional cherry blossom way. In New Leaf they looked like a more vibrant pink rather than this more like kind of dusty pink. I am fond of the dusty pink a lot. I think they look good in Wild World. Red turnips, flashbacks to the Golden Axe quest. Yeah, I have almost all the golden tools in this town except for the golden net. But I do have the golden axe, the golden watering can, shovel, and fishing rod and slingshot. Oh, Melba. So how green does your garden grow? Here's a little tip for you. Instead of planting tons of the same flowers, why don't you try mixing it up by planting all sorts of different flowers? So I think Melba's giving a little hint with how the Flower Fest is judged in this game. It must be more based off of like flower variety and like how many different types of different flowers you have rather than like the fact that they're hybrids or for aesthetics. I probably have way too many just pink and purple and blue because that is Twisk's aesthetic. That is like what I'm going for, but it must not be like enough variety for them because I've lost the Flower Fest to Eloise before. Let me go and show you Eloise's garden, which hasn't changed a lot over the years. So this is where Eloise lives, and she somehow beat me in the Flower Fest. What do you all think? I don't think this beats my garden. It just has like pink, orange, and yellow. Why is it so much better than mine? Might even use the campsite as a medical tent. Oh, that's really creative. I love that idea, Kimma. When I booted up Wild World, I got a letter from Puddle saying she'd moved out because my town was gross. Don't blame her. Oh. That's so weird. It's almost like the game knew that you kind of abandoned it or something. I didn't know that was written into the goodbye letters. Rigged. Ah, look, it's rolled. You want to know how many weeks you've been gone for? 5. That's right, 5. You should have said something. I would have lent you my camping gear. But I don't actually own any. I wonder what that town is that Rold used to live in. But yeah, the 5 weeks thing, I guess that's a fact that I have been catching up. This town used to be like around March 1st, and I've been catching up through April, so Rold's kind of fussing at me. Wait, Nibbles and Melba? Yeah, they're friends, right? Hey, don't ask me that. I'm a guy. Man, talk about embarrassing. It's always a little weird, like in these past games. Like, they took gender so much out of, like, New Horizons. It's sometimes, like, when you boot up, like, these past games, it's a little weird hearing dialogue like that. Like, kind of alluding to a bit of a stereotype. Oh, Kimma, her garden is cute, but I agree that it doesn't beat mine, but, I mean, it does coordinate with her house and everything. That's funny, though. If there's one garden in town that should win, it's honestly probably this one. Look at the extreme variety that's, like, in my island here. So many different colors. Pink, red, orange, yellow. But yeah, I don't know if a part of me doesn't really want to rearrange my garden just to get the flower trophy, but maybe I should, but it's just kind of a little bit of a hassle to go through when I am happy with my arrangement aesthetically. It's almost like I don't need a trophy in order to feel good about my garden. I don't need Tortimer's approval. Oh, speaking of puddles. Gardening is perfect for a neat freak. Neat freaks finish first. There's a sequel server to the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection server online. You just need to... it's called Weemfee. Yeah, I've actually heard of that, Gherkin. Thanks for bringing it up, though, for other people that might not know about it. I think I'm a little too busy to make a whole lot of use of it, and don't really know a lot of people that would probably want to Wi-Fi with me in Wild World, but it's kind of cool that there's a way out there that you can get around the fact that there's no more Wi-Fi anymore, but it's a little bit obscure. Hey T-Town, don't you think Blathers has been a sad muffin lately? I have a talent for sniffing out people that aren't feeling peppy. Yeah, apparently Blathers is having one of his, like, episodes right now. Maybe we should go check on him, and, that's kind of a unique part of Wild World, is that, the NPCs, like Blathers and Tom Nook and Mabel and Sable, they'll sometimes, like, have these little episodes where you can learn more about their backstory, or, like, little things that make them tick. You have a letter in a bottle on the beach? Yeah, it's one of those random ones, though. You know how, you get these, like, random game-generated bottle mail letters? It's just one of those, so I thought I might leave it there for aesthetics, for decoration in a way. Yeah, well, it might be a little strange, Gherkin, just because it is a little obscure. I don't think a whole lot of people are super familiar with it. Alright, what's wrong with you, Blathers? I should say, dear Brewster has provided me much amusement over the years. It's not that the fellow is naive, per se. It's just, well, how to put this? That wonderful pigeon is just rather simple. What? Indeed, he is, though I don't mean to say he's daft. He's just innocent. For instance, the other day, a sleazy business type oozed into the cafe. This wretch was trying to sell Brewster a counterfeit piece of art. Horrific. Oh, I wonder who that was. Real coffee, real art, real profits. You'd be crazy to pass up this deal. Now, of course, most folk would see right through such a charlatan. Not our pigeon, however. Thank goodness I showed up when I did, eh, what? Indeed, a fake, I cried, and the cat fled from my peak-ruffled feathers. So, Blathers helped his old bud, Brewster, from getting a counterfeit piece of art. That's pretty cute. If only Blathers could help us in kind, you know? Just show up when we need him at Red's tent. But yeah, I'm good friends with Brewster. He likes me. Wild World has the best museum? Really, Joey? Above New Horizons? Eloise, there she is up there in her house, plotting to beat me in the Flower Fest yet again. It would be funny if she won for like the second year in a row. Therapy's ready to fight you about that statement. Yeah, the museum is like a really big deal for people with New Horizons. I'm just loving the wholesome vibes, guys. I see 3 of my villagers on the same screen, and they're all super colorful. One's blue, one's pink, one's purple. Oh, I love it. 2 of them are frogs. Yeah, that was the same tip that Melba gave me. I do have like 2 normals in my town. Oh yeah, sweet Lily. When I was little, I used to like taking naps in flower gardens. Oh, that's such a wholesome screenshot. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Sometimes it's nice to just take a nice screenie of like a villager saying something cute while the screenshot is also cute. I mean, they're called flower beds for a reason, right? I guess so. Daffodil's gorgeous at sunset, so vivid. Yeah, well, these sunsets on Wild World are pretty vivid. I mean, that's such a deep pink that they picked for the 6 p.m. sky. Oh, but Bob and Puddles. Look at how many of the villagers are wearing my daffodilly dress, like with the cherry, with the petals on the dress and everything. Bob is wearing it. I'm wearing it. Puddles is wearing it. I heard that when flowers hear good jokes, they bloom even brighter. So don't go around telling any groaners, okay? They could do permanent damage. The results get announced next Sunday. Remember, water and punch lines. Water and punch lines. When I'm smelling the scent of flowers, it makes me feel so sleepy. I'm gonna go dream about a flower field now. Bye. Oh. So many of my villagers are talking about flowers. It's almost like this is the equivalent of what we went through with like the Egg Day stuff, like playing through the Bunny Day event in New Horizons where all they talked about is eggs. I feel like all my villagers are talking about are flowers. Daffodilly is definitely like a really fitting town for the Flower Fest. Practically its theme is just flowers, like between the flower paths and just the huge amount of flowers that I have. It's pretty much just a flower-themed town. New Horizons may look a bit more impressive, but nothing beats going to Brewster for a coffee or stargazing into the music is divine. Oh, okay. So you meant more than just the design of the exhibits. You also mean the coziness of going down to the basement and seeing KK Slider at the cafe down there, and upstairs the observatory. Not gonna lie, that's a big point for like Wild World and City Folk, is that it had the observatory. Who are your favorite cranky villagers? That's interesting you ask cranky, because I don't even know if I have like a super defined list of crankies, but one of them is probably, I like Chief and Static a lot, and yeah, I guess those are the 2 that come to mind. I like Chief and Static. Jay, no! Do not make me read those lines again here in June. Did you know that you could find Easter eggs in the trees on the beach? Cool fact, right? I do not miss that at all. That was horrible. The correct answer is Joby for crankies. Yeah, I guess I haven't had Joby. I've had both Static and Chief, so I guess that's why they're kind of sentimental faves for me. It gets chilly at night, so I'm not as into going outside as I used to be. But when I was younger, I relate so much when she's like, how old am I anyway? Right now I am just rocking this crossword puzzle. I am the smartest. Oh wait, but I am stuck on this stupid column. It's the 7-letter word. Any guess? Alright, how about we have a chat poll here. What do you think is the 7-letter word? Chowder, lasagna, blubber, crumble, or banana? I think one of these is a trick question. Banana is only 6, so you can't pick banana. But I think all the other ones are 7-letter words. Can't forget Gaston either. Yeah, Gaston is one of those crankies that really does like look like a cranky. But I think the wolves are really classic for anything like cranky or snooty because they look kind of intimidating. So Jaderade says crumble. What about favorite jocks? I really like Teddy and Kid Kat. But we have a few votes for lasagna. I have to admit, lasagna is pretty tasty. I think lasagna is winning. Oh yeah, that's totally it. Duh, I knew that. Yeah, in your face puzzle. You're the best. Thank you, I'll give you a tea vase. Everybody ought to help others in times of need. Therapy has lots of opinions on this favorite personalities for villagers conversation. Every time I boot up Wild World for one of these, it just feels like so wholesome, like you're just returning to something so much more like simple and cozy and nostalgic. I really enjoy it a lot. I like that it might not be like a focus that I have as far as decorating, but I mean, it's such a nice way to like revisit and look back on things and just know that it's still here. Oh, Twisk, I'm so tired. My feet ache from standing here all day. Not gonna lie, I relate to that a lot. I stand up a lot at my job. Like, my job is a big, like, stand up all day sort of thing, and I was struggling a lot lately, like, with my feet hurting when I got home from work, and that's part of why I kept, like, taking naps before stream, was because I would lay down to rest my feet, and then I would fall asleep while I was resting my feet. But today I tried something new that, like, I think might have helped me a bit. One, I wore compression socks, which compression socks are supposed to help your circulation. And then over top of the compression socks, I wore like these really fuzzy, like cushy socks. And I think that really helped me. Today I felt a lot better. I'm not a spring turtle anymore, you see. And something I was thinking about doing, which I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do or not, but it could be worth it. You know, sometimes like if you want to like do a YouTube video, sometimes you should just, you almost in a way like shouldn't be too picky. Like maybe I should record a little walk around about Daftily and Cherry Blossom Season 2020, like before I move on to June, like do a nice little walkthrough tour of this town in its current state before I catch up all the way to June. It would be nice to record the cherry blossom season. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I might go ahead and, you know, since I'm not going to be plucking up my entire garden to try to like redo the whole thing, I don't really feel like competing with my villagers for the Flower Fest. I just want to leave my garden how it is. It's so pretty with all the pink and purple and blue. But yeah, since I guess I'm not doing that, I might as well sign off for the day after this cozy visit to Daftily. We'll pop in the museum while we're saying our goodbyes, but I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you all next time, which could be Wednesday for that designing stream. Yeah, see ya Beth and Pikmin and Zinrin and Kimma and Sailor Venus and Jay. Here's the Wild World art exhibit for a little final shot. Isn't it so nostalgic and cozy? Look at all these pixelated art pieces. We just saw this one in New Horizons earlier. And this exhibit, they don't even show the names. They're just like, this is a calm painting. Ah, thank you for the encouragement about that, Nada. I appreciate it. And bye, Jay, and talk to you later, Brahman, and bye, Therapy and Pikmin. See y'all next time. And final little shot with the bugs and the butterflies. And the mosquito. See you. Have a great night, and have a great start to your week, everybody.